Yo, you're muted. Yeah.
Oh,
There
oops.
we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, man? How's it going, dude?
All good. All good. Yeah.
Yes.
I
You watch
spent.
Fallout?
Yeah. I did. So
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyways, chat room. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. We got what's it called? We got Sane Adams already hanging out in the chat room, and we got Danny Tate who says, "Hey, all. Hope you had a great time in Vegas." Yeah. I did. We can talk about it for a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's say
Mhm.
Nagano's hanging out in the chat. What's going on, dudes? We have Jess JK. It says Edwin. It says, "Yay, can't wait for Fallout segment." Yeah, we're going to be talking about Fallout. Yeah. I binged the entire thing like 2 days ago. So like literally like I watched like I
Yeah.
had like 4 hours of sleep and shit like that. That's pretty crazy. Yo,
Yeah.
how's it going, dude? How's it going? As you guys can tell, I'm not at home right now. I'm actually on the road. So hopefully the internet here should be pretty stable. I'm not like doing some crazy like porn downloading like freaking torrent shit. So like we should be fine. But yeah, Grae, we're gonna
Mhm.
talk a lot about Fallout since I've never played any of the Fallout games. I've never I don't have any recollection of anything. I have no idea what it was about. All I knew was about post-apocalyptic stuff. So we're gonna talk to you about it.
Mhm.
And surprisingly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I guess it's either hit or miss with Amazon, hit or miss. But yes,
Yeah.
yeah, welcome shitty walk, take a auto pre. Yo, what's going on, dude? What's going on, Ego? Hope you're doing well. But yes, what's going on? 50 Shades of Grayson. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, I'm actually located in the East Coast right now. So like right now it's like 10 o'clock for me. So this is how East Coast people feel. So like it feels really weird. I don't think I have like jet lag or anything. This is only 3 hour difference. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. How you doing, dude? You been playing a lot of video games or just watching Fallout?
I couldn't pick up. Well, not much really happened this week while everyone was at Vegas. So it's
Yeah.
like I spent the entire day. Yeah. I watched Fallout in chunks, like 2 to 3 episodes per day. I finished it yesterday. Then yeah, I've been marathoning my next game video, which is Banishers. It's a really, really good game that nobody's talking about. So yeah, I didn't really I only tuned in on the pop culture stuff like a few minutes ago before we went live. So I posted all the stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed Fallout too. It's like as yeah, even though I'm not really the super mega hardcore, and I just watched Synthetic Man's review on it, and I get the criticism that it deviates on a lot of things. But anyway, yeah,
Mhm.
we can talk about it when we actually start. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting from your perspectives because like
Yeah,
you have no
100%.
exposure to Fallout. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna have this right over here on the bottom. You'll see this little banner pop up, and we'll see this. So whenever the Fallout Season 1 review spoilers pops up, you guys haven't seen it yet. You guys want to take your time, or you guys haven't finished it yet. Go ahead and tune out and come back later whenever that banner's not here. But we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Fallout, Gina Carano stuff, freaking Star Wars Outlaws, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna be talking about. But before we move forward and talk about that, would you kindly smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friends, and yeah, we're also live on Rumble. So I found out, Grae. Speaking of Rumble, I actually found out from one of Chris Gore's mods, Mrs. Pico Coffee, and it does make sense. Is because what happened was that YouTube Stealth removed the mirror function off of Rumble. The only thing that they actually like we can actually share there right now is our live stream. So I will go ahead and start
Yeah. I
posting, like manually uploading videos over there moving forward. And yeah, they
uh
did this back in January.
yeah.
Pretty sneaky.
I only noticed it like last week when I checked. How's our segments on Rumble, dude? Why is it only the live streams?
Yeah,
Yeah. I figured something like that actually happened.
yeah. So
Yeah,
basically, that's what
yeah.
they
I
did.
I
All
yeah,
right.
I can help out. And maybe it's like yeah, I'm starting to trying to push more stuff in our X like segments of our videos. I think it's that's proving to be effective based
Yeah.
on what I've seen.
Yeah, and before we move forward and talk about anything and stuff, anything else that we're going to be talking about tonight, if you guys would like to check out some of our merch right over here at our Teespring Go ahead and check it out. It should be in the pinned comments, and you can check out some of our Project Eggroll shirts right over here. We have the Asian, we got the Project Eggroll. They're Asian and they have a podcast. God again. Wicked Virtue actually bought the Project Eggroll Z shirt, which is pretty awesome. And she shared it, and I didn't know that, which is freaking amazing. And I wore the shirt. I wore actually wore the Asian shirt and the Pornhub shirt, which is this one over here. What's it called again? On in the meetup for Film Threat and Tuesday night's main event and Friday night tight stuff. So if you guys want to check out any of our shirts, go ahead and use promo code Asian to get yourself 20% off your order. And if you guys do like coffee, go ahead and check out our coffee brand coffee affiliated link down below. You guys go ahead and get some coffee. It's pretty damn good. I haven't been drinking it because I'm not home, but it's pretty damn good. So if you guys do like coffee, go ahead and get some of that right over there. All right. So let's go. Do you want to just jump right into Fallout? It's going to be a long topic. So sounds good to you?
Yeah, it's fine.
A bunch of questions. All right? We're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. But before we move forward, I want to see and give a shout out to people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for everyone who came out to the meetup in Vegas. I know, Grae, unfortunately, you just started a new job. You weren't able to go. But everyone kept asking for you. Hey, where's your co-host? Where's Grae? Why isn't he here?
Really?
Do better. Something like that. Not enough money, skill issue. But I was able to hang out with a whole bunch of people, and surprisingly, a lot of people knew what Project Eggroll is and what we do, which is pretty funny because you have to like, hey, you're Project Eggroll, right? I'm like, yeah, I like your stuff. I'm like, you guys know who I am? You guys know who Grae is? It's like,
Yeah.
you guys follow us? That's freaking weird. So it's definitely very surreal, right? Meeting a whole bunch of people that like knew like who we were and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like it's if you think about it, because a lot of things changed since we did our first meetup. It's like if I recall correctly, when we first met during the event, it's like we weren't even monetized yet, right? Or were we already?
No, we're not. We because we got monetized around your birthday last year.
Yeah.
Which is in July, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of a lot has changed, even though it's such a short time period. So yeah, must have felt pretty nice though.
Yeah, it felt weird for sure. And it's like, hey, Project Eggroll. Yeah, I hear people shouting you guys out all the time. And then it's funny, it's because I didn't know Desperate was going to be there, and I got to meet him, and he says that like he's like, I spoke because I spoke with him from time to time. Like I think I was on X-Ray Girls 20,000 stream, and Desperate was there, and I was able to talk to him, but like I didn't know he knew who we were. So like, and he's like, yeah, I know who you guys are. And like, it's like, I'm like, that's freaking awesome, man. Yeah. So able to talk to so Desperate knows who we are. So I do have something I'm gonna tell Grae after, maybe something with Disparu, some other people, maybe secret guests, maybe in the future. I don't know, no promises, but yeah, keep an eye out for our channel. But yes, see, Lost Sale says, yo, currently out for the night, but I send my support. Really wanted to give my thoughts on Fallout spoilers. White man nukes city because a wife left him alone, become the voice. Divorce. Sorry, diverse lover of POC 6 out of 10. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about some of these diversity hires. It didn't bother me too much though, to be honest.
Yeah, I liked it, but I'm not gonna say that. Oh, there's no woke. Okay, that's a complete baloney bullshit. There's a lot of woke stuff. There's a lot. Yeah, for sure.
Take care, Lost Tales. Hope you have a good night, man. Hope you have a good night. Let's see. Now that I don't have to watch stream, thanks, Lost Tale. Yes, yep. See ya. Let's see. What's going on, Lord Bob? I hope you guys are doing. Hope you're doing well. So what up, guys? Never mind. That says gays. So what up, gays? What's going on, Lord? How's it going, man? See, Woo Nation says, "What up, egg rolls? Let's walk in. let's walk in. Whoa, yeah. Let's see. Nagana hanging out in the Rumble. Grae, just keep an eye on the Rumble chat just in case I don't see it, but yeah, keep an eye on that.
I have Rumble open.
All right, cool. Let's see. Mo Zamboni says, I thought all Asians were X-Rigger. That's what I thought too. The fact that what's it called again? Jeremy, the DD Cobra, was like, oh, let's hey, can we take a picture with you and X-Ray Girl and Alan? And then like, we also need our chief diverse DEI officer, and freaking Ryan shows up. Yeah, he freaking shows up. So yeah, it's pretty funny, man. It's funny is because uh there was a saxophone guy outside. Grae, I'm pretty sure he saw it. There's a random saxophone guy was just walking down the street and he was playing his saxophone outside the event. Had no intentions of going inside the event, not even a part of it. Didn't even know who the hell we were. And he pulled him aside, like, "Hey, can you play I'll Make a Man Out of You?" And he started doing the saxophone, and then all of a sudden Ryan just started singing. I'm like, "What the fuck is happening? What the shit?" But yeah, it's I actually thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, the meetups are lit. Yeah, man. The meetups are lit. Yo, Jim Watari for a 10 gifted membership. Holy crap, man.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yo,
you.
you didn't have to do that, man. You didn't have to do that. But no, thank you so much for the generosity. I really appreciate it. You don't have to do that. Forgot you guys just hang out, just watch the stream, just chill and celebrate the fact that what's it called again? You've gotten a gifted membership from Jim Watari. Yo, thank you. That's $50. That's $50, man. Jeez. Yeah, well, thank you for the support. Satan says, watch out, Epic guys. Epic Mike will stream snipe soon. What if he does? It is what it is. He's better than us, anyways. He's always everyone's better than us. And
Yeah,
yeah, go
and
ahead.
I think he has some choice words. I saw the tweets. He has a choice words of Fallout. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. All Asians aren't girl, but all Asian rooms are classrooms. Yeah, actually true. There's a piano over there. Like the thing is that this is not even my room, but there's a piano over there.
You gotta
You
learn
know?
how to play piano.
Well, here's the thing. I just recently bought I bought a saxophone. So it's I used to play saxophone back in middle school. So I'll be doing something fun for Halloween. I'll be doing something fun.
Mm.
I have to buy sunglasses. I have to buy white pants. I have to buy a vest, and I have to learn how to dance. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys, I will learn how to play it on stream. So for Halloween,
Oh.
our Halloween stream. Great, you know what I'm talking about? Do you,
Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Or
maybe,
maybe I do.
maybe
Maybe I do.
you,
Yeah.
you probably do. Yeah. But yo, thank you so much for the gifted memberships, Jim Otari. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Fallout. But yes, that's crazy, man. 50, and we got another one. Wang.
I
Jay's
saw this picture.
Asian son. Jay's Asian son. Well, here's the thing, though. But well, let's see. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Dad keeps telling me to talk to you guys, but I don't want to be nepo. I don't want to be a nepo baby. So thank you so much for the $4.99. Here's the thing. Grae, remember when Jay came on and he said he went to China?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if he got around in China and had an Asian son. Oh shit, man. But yo, Wang, Jay's Asian son. Thank you so much for the $5. Yeah. Don't worry, you can hang out. You can talk to us. Don't worry. We talk like this. If it make you feel better, we can talk like this and then make you feel more at home, make you feel more comfortable. Yo, it's going on Silent Kang hanging out in the Rumble chat. So yeah, you guys want to hang out in Rumble, go for it, man. Epic Sax guy or Bill Clinton? Well, you have to wait like 6 months and you'll know. You have to wait 6 months. See, Competition says, does Phil know how to play Careless Whisper? I can learn. I can definitely learn. X-Ray is my mom. Hope she gets home soon. Oh shit, man. Yo, Kohauser hanging out. What's going on, dude? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. But yeah. Hail Kohauser for sure, for sure. All right. You done vapping? It is time. Fallout Season 1 review / spoilers. So if you guys want to dip, you guys want to come back later when this banner is not up, we won't be talking about it. But this is going to be the entire season because they dropped all 8 episodes. Now,
Yeah.
you typically when they drop all 8 episodes at once is usually they try to get that shit out the door as fast as possible so people don't talk about it. Because that's what they did with like a bunch of other shows too. So let's go ahead and talk about spoilers. Grae, what did you think about the show?
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was good. I dropped a tweet when I finished episode 8. For me, the second half was better than the first half. because like first half was, you can see a lot of there's more woke stuff in my opinion in the first half, because like especially with episode 1 with Lucy. Oh, I'm so good at everything. It's like, oh god. Then her wimpy loser brother. It's like, oh shit, man, this is good.
I'm good at
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, he's good. He's good at nothing. Lucy's good at everything. So, but then it got better. It got better in the later episodes. Here's the thing about story continuity or the Fallout universe as a whole. I already came in at the expectation that it will deviate from the games, or from that it won't be entirely be faithful to the story. Like
Mhm.
I consider the games and the TV show to be its own thing. I think it's like it's an alternate universe if for me. That's why I didn't think of it as a big deal. Oh, why did they nuke Shady Sands when it's NCR territory and stuff like that? For me, it's like I just consider this an alternate reality of the Fallout universe. That's why. And woke stuff, I mean, it's natural already. It's like it's for me, it's like default. It's just that maybe they should that shouldn't be the centerpiece of the plot point. So that's why I was
Mhm.
kind of fine with it. Yeah, better than it's better that they're not there. But I mean it's modern day Hollywood. They have to sprinkle that in because of the ESG money. But other than that, I think if you don't consider like the continuity, the lore of the video games, I think it's good overall in a sense that I imagine it generated some sales, especially they're being sold right now for very cheap. Like you can
Mhm.
get the entire Fallout 3 for like $5, entire Fallout 4 for like $10. I think it helped a lot in terms of generating sales and bringing people into Fallout itself. So that's why I think, generally speaking, it's good, even though it's not meant for the ultra hardcore people who prefer that they continue the story properly. I still,
Mhm.
at least it brought a lot of people in. I think that's my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, like I I consider it like more of a normie. Like it's
Mhm.
more like okay, let's make everything more cohesive, tie everything together. I'm pretty sure like the ghoul, I'm not sure that if that's a character, like an actual character, cowboy ghoul. I'm not sure if
Mhm.
Lucy, I'm not sure if Maximus, like all these characters, I'm pretty sure they in some way are actual characters that are like that, but I'm not sure if they're actual characters in in the game. But Grae, let me know if you hear this. How do I sound?
Oh, it pretty. It sounds like. Are you trying to replicate the old school voice in Fallout, or
Yeah,
it's
so
just? Yeah, yeah. It's pretty clear.
yeah,
I can hear it. I can hear
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't sound that weird. I'm gonna turn it off, but like it's pretty cool. Like I was able to get this like the download reimagining, you know, that kind of stuff.
uh,
Yeah, Vault Tech is asshole, right? All right. Sorry, I'll turn it off. I'll stop. I'll turn it off now. Oh shit! But the thing is that I really enjoyed it. I thought for a normie show and the person who's never played the game, I thought it was actually pretty entertaining. Now, the thing is, it it felt. Is this supposed to be like Fallout like 76? Is it like Fallout? Because you see, you know, at the end you see New Vegas, so like I'm wondering like how it all ties
y-
together. Like I'm not sure like chronologically like where
I,
this
according,
show actually like goes.
I don't know if I just watched before we went live. I watched Mudahar's take on the TV show. Uh, and if he's correct, it's
Mhm.
after all three games. It's after three.
Oh,
Yeah, and so yeah, to answer your question, Lucy, Maximus, Howard. These are all new characters. They're not from the existing games. These are all new characters.
okay.
And yeah, like Lucy's from another vault. Like in Fallout 3, it's like your vault 101. In Fallout 4, your characters vault. I forgot that you got the main characters from all the Fallouts. You come from different vaults. Save New Vegas. It's only New Vegas that you don't actually come from the vault. But yeah, it's a new story, but it's people are having a gripe on the timeline because like it contradicts the timeline between New Vegas.
Mhm.
Especially it I'm I'm not su- I'm not sure if one of the endings of because like in New Vegas there can be so many endings for it that but the fact that they show in the ending of this show that it's the tower. I forgot the name of the tower. Actually, it's still standing. The central hub of New Vegas is still around.
Oh,
I'm
the
not sure if there's
stratosphere is that it? It
is
looks
it
like a
called the strat?
stratosphere. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah, but
it used to look like it.
that's definitely an iconic location of New Vegas for sure. That's like you're gonna end up there eventually as you progress in the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall it's yeah. Uh, I get what I'm if I want to be faithful to the design, then the design of the ghoul is too clean. But I get why they opted for that direction. It's like they don't want to
Yeah.
they don't make it look too hideous for the general audience, so they had to clean them up a little bit. But that's not
Yeah.
how a ghoul looks like in the games. It looks more disgusting. If I was, it's like when you look, oh, it's like why are you looking? Why do you look like that? But yeah,
Yo,
it's
Mrs. Sassy
it's
Sasquatch is in the chat. They say, hey, friends. Yo, what's going on,
low.
Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're able to meet her in person. Yeah, we got the chat during Jay's live stream on Christmas last year. So hope you're doing well, and congratulations on the raffle win. Cannoli Sasquatch was able to win something. But yo, hope you're doing well. Sorry. Yeah, so continue, Grae. Just wanted to make sure that she knows we see her with my small eyes.
Yeah, but save all the woke stuff. It's for me, it's good. It's good for normies, but I can
Mhm.
understand why the frustration of the ultra hardcore. But I think the goal, the intent was to bring more people in. That's why
Yeah.
it's like, and it's like I also like the direction that they didn't shove too many stuff into the show right away, because like there's so many types of beasts or monstrosities in Fallout that weren't put in like I'm surprised there's no super mutants in there. No super mutants, no Meyer lurks, no there's so many other and no Deathclaw. That's one of the most iconic monsters. But yeah, they wanted to introduce people slowly, gradually to the
Mhm.
wasteland and how it works on the outside world, like how vault dwellers have no idea what's going on outside. And yeah, Lucy's story is like, oh shit, it's so shitty in here. It's everyone's a piece of shit. But yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
is. That's how it really works in the wastelands. Like that's one of the things. Like I my first game in the Fallout is Fallout 3. And it's like it's my one of my actually first survival games. So I was so used to JRPGs back in the day, but Fallout is super different. So when you
Mhm.
get, oh shit, I need to save resources. Oh shit, I need to scavenge for materials. But then it end up getting used to the gameplay. You you end up being knowing how to be efficient with your resources, how to craft materials to make them useful for you. So I
Mhm.
think the TV show kind of got that, especially with Lucy's story. But in terms of the woke stuff, we can talk about it as we progress in the episodes. So yeah, what do you think about episode 1? Let's start with episode 1.
Yeah, let's start chronologically. So basically, the first episode, you see, God, the cowboy dude. Forgot his actual human name. Right? Oh, Cooper. Cowboy dude. Doing what's it called again? He's at a party, right? He's at the party, dressed as a cowboy, and I guess he's at this rich person's house, and then it sort of reminds me like old timey what like 50s, like yeah 50s maybe around like at least a timeline, but it's like mixed in with like modern day technology in a way. So you have that, and then they're hanging out, and then you see the fucking what's it called again? The bombs drop in the city, and I think it's like maybe three cities far out into the distance, and then the freaking ripple effect of the explosion destroys them, and everyone starts freaking out, right? And I guess this guy has been alive for 219 years because it says 219 years later. So Uh, I'm not sure how that works, right? Like because when the ghoul was released, like there was like some IV shit that was like plugged into his like casket from 6 feet under. So Gray, how is he alive for that long? Right? He wasn't frozen in time.
That's the thing. Ghouls have a very long lifespan. When you become a ghoul, you have a very long lifespan.
But how did
That's
he
what happened.
become a ghoul though?
It's depending on the level of exposure you have with the radiation, and probably some with some genetics mix in. So it's like
Okay.
it's like it depending on how much exposure you got from the bombs and your genetics. Like if you survive the radiation and your skin begins to flake, that means you're becoming a ghoul. Then your lifespan is also increased exponentially. But the
Hmm.
caveat is there's also the show also showed this in the later episodes. I forgot which one. They showed the
Mhm.
feral ghoul, the ones that went crazy, that attack anyone randomly on sight. So
Well, it's sort of like a
if
zombie, right?
yeah, you call those feral ghouls. They go they're not, they lost their consciousness, and they just become they become like a zombie like state. So you just kill those by default when you encounter those, because like they're always gonna be hostile no matter what. So
Okay.
that ghosts will always have a very, very long lifespan. But my question is for that for his story arc, like at the end of the TV show, like his goal is to find his family. But I don't know why is he assuming that his daughter and his wife became ghouls too? I think they should be dead already if they're not. But anyway,
Well, but the thing is that like we don't know what happened to Barb. I think that's her name. It's funny is
yeah,
because when you first see the episode, you see the black daughter. It sort of reminds me of I was like, oh, this is what they did with The Last of Us, right? It's like the daughter is
yeah. It's like
half black, and then the wife is full black, which is fine. Like I don't really care too much about it,
yeah,
but it is. I'm like, okay, it's something that they
yeah.
injected, right?
This show is really pushing a lot of that. This is one of the criticisms of Synthetic Man. It's like they're really pushing hard on the mixed race dynamic.
Mhm.
There's like Cooper and his wife, and then Lucy and Maximus. They're really pushing the mixed race dynamic in this
Yeah.
TV show.
All right. So between all the characters, I guess all three main characters that you're following Lucy, which is the girl from Vault 33. You're following the ghoul, and you're following Maximus. All right.
Mhm.
What did you think about the stories for them? But I'm gonna go first since you probably have more backstory, or at least more like general ideas of, like, since you played the game. Out of all three of them, I hated Maximus the most. Like
Yeah,
he's like a fucking Wish.com version of Jonathan Majors.
yeah,
And just like, dude, I hated his character so much. Like everything that he got was not earned. He sort of stole
yeah,
it, right, in a
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like,
It
you don't know
really
what
did.
happened to, like, the transgender Dane character? You go as when I saw that transgender person, I'm like, "Oh, that's totally a girl." Well, you're a fool and know with the peach fuzz on your freaking lips, right? What it is what it is. They don't address that, but it's just like, oh, there's a character that you can tell automatically is like, that's a trans person. And or, and then, what's it called again? You feel like, the part where she fucks up her leg, like, I guess she did it to herself, but $2 $2 Jonathan Majors basically like freaking steals the freaking steals the armor, the T60 that he did not fucking earn. He gets his ass handed to him, and then at the end, it basically, oh, we're just gonna give him the fucking title, and like I just feel like, okay, sure, this is so dumb.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I think both the characters of Lucy and Maximus are the weakest in terms of the three character. I think the ghoul story is absolutely the best.
yeah.
You empathize with him the most, all the shit that he's went through. But overall, I hated budget Jonathan Majors. How do you feel about those characters?
Yeah. I definitely agree. And I feel that in was it episode 2, when he was going with the real Titus,
Mhm.
right? Oh wait, because I am looking at okay, never mind. I'm having a hard time seeing it. But there's that I think they kind of pushed it too far in episode 2 when Titus was shitting on Maximus. I think, yeah, I get it. He's an asshole. Titus is an asshole, but he didn't really have to go in full unrealistically an asshole, in my opinion. It's like he's injured
Mhm.
and dying, and the person who's about to save him is like he's still talking shit about him. I think that's a bit too far, even if you're pushing for the stereotypical evil white guy oppressing the black guy. That's how I saw it. Right, right. It's like if a lot of the white guys here are either they're a or uber villainy asshole, or they're incredibly incompetent. A lot of them are. A lot of them are.
Mm.
Like a lot of them are. But yeah, it's like you're right about Maximus. Even though he does admit it to do so. Yeah, I'm actually an asshole and incompetent. But they just let it go anyway. And
Mhm.
like I don't, it's towards the end, like he gets the title, even though he didn't really kill Moldaver, right? He didn't shoot Moldaver. It was
No.
Cheech.
It's just like
Yeah, it was.
Dane. I don't know. Like I'm not sure if Dane's like, oh, I want to have sex with you or something like that. Wish.com, Jonathan Majors. But I don't know. It's like I don't know why she's so nice to him. It's like basically giving him the like her spot. Like it's a fucking female, all right? Like Dane is a female. Giving her spot to him by like purposely sabotaging herself and then giving at the end it's like, oh, it's like you killed her. Yeah, Knight Maximus, and just like it's so stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
So I believe
He just gets
episode
everything.
2, yeah, and then episode 2, I okay, let's stick back to episode 1. I think the what's it called again, the misdirection and the sort of like Vault 31, 32, and 33 are all linked, and how like basically 32 it was actually raiders that came over, and Vault 32 was actually like been gone for a long time. I thought that was a good twist. I'm not sure if it's like that in the games, if there's like some kind of like crazy shit that's happened between the vaults. Is there something like that that happens in the game?
Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, that's another major issue. It's like the vaults are definitely separated from one another in the games. It's just that for this TV show, they made it in such a way that the three are somehow interconnected with one another. So for me, that's
Mhm.
really, really, really weird. It's like if you were gonna interconnect three vaults, then why not just consider them as one vault? In my opinion, it's like I think it would have been better that way. They all just simply work together. But anyway, yeah, it's I find it weird that they just made it three, then they made it like I don't know. They made it three, and then they don't work together. They said they trade with one another. I think it would have been more
Yeah.
efficient if they just all just work together. But yeah, because they were. Here's the thing about probably the biggest slap in the face for this TV show is it's another jab in capitalism, apparently, because like
Yes.
Vault Tech is actually the bad guys. They're doing it for profit. It's like, nah, nah, that's not how it went down in the video games. It's like it's actually, yeah, because of like governmental issues around the country. That's what caused the bomb. It wasn't Vault Tech who dropped the bomb. That's the most ridiculous part of the TV show. It's like
Yeah.
but for me, it's like the reason why I don't think that's a super super big deal, because like for me it's like the person behind it, the person who instigated Voltec to drop the bomb is the black woman. So it's like you can say that that's racist, right? It's the black woman that instigated it. So like in their quest to be super in their quest to be woke, they kind of, for me, I felt like they became anti woke because of that. Oh, it's the black woman who's actually the villain. Okay, okay, so in a way it's like it counters itself. It counters the
Yeah.
intent. If it was like a white Giga Chad male who did it, yeah, that's too much on the nose for the wokeness.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, yeah.
And then in the episode 2, the dog and that scientist guy, I forgot his name already. I thought that episode was pretty good. I like that one. There wasn't a lot of talking, like in the beginning. It's just like the story of them testing on the dogs and stuff. And the thing is, how did he? Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but how he basically had access to cold fusion the entire time, and he injected into his neck. Like I don't get it. Like did he just were they like working on something, and then they did a major breakthrough, and then the scientist guy didn't want to give it to the Brotherhood? Is
No,
that
no,
how
no,
it
no, no,
worked?
no, no. Yeah, that's another thing that people have an issue with. No, he was that lab that he was on in episode 1 and 2. That was not the Brotherhood. That was the
Okay.
enemy of the. That was the Enclave. That's the main
Okay.
antagonist in Fallout 3. So it's like I know they were former military before the bombs dropped. Then they formed their own group and called themselves the Enclave. So
Mhm.
he was trying to once he discovered Cold fusion, aka unlimited energy. He didn't want to give it to Enclave because he knew that they were gonna do it for nefarious reasons or for self-serving reasons compared to other factions. So
Okay.
he tried now that he injected it in his head, then he tried to get away, tried to send it to he wanted to Moldaver because like apparently she had good intentions for it. He believes in Moldaver more than the Brotherhood, more than definitely not the Enclave. That's why
Mm,
he ran out and did what he did. So but um y- and it's I just I suppose it's a good dynamic that that dog meat is also there. But yeah, the thing with the Enclave is they're supposed to they're supposed to have fallen already during the time of Fallout 3. So again, it kind of contradicts to the timeline of the video games. But for me, I suppose Bethesda and Amazon wanted more leeway. Maybe if they wanted more Enclave in the future for future seasons. Yeah, I
mhm.
just treat it. I treat the TV show and the game separately. Even though Todd Howard said, "Oh, it's canon, it's canon." For me, it's I just treat it as a separate thing. The TV show and the video games are as a separate thing, even though they say that it's canon.
Okay.
Uh yeah, for me, that's how I view it. That's why I'm kind of more generous in the Fallout TV show. For me, it's like as long as it brings more people in to the fall, I see that as a win. It's like I don't see a reason why you should gatekeep people. Oh, you gotta follow the video games. Like if this alternate universe TV show can bring more people in, then I don't see why that's not a good thing. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but that's how I see it.
So, what are your thoughts on the what's it called again? The uh, what are your thoughts on the part where the ghoul captures what's it called again? Lucy, and then brings her to the supermarket, and then there's those two guys, and then that robot in there. Like, what are your thoughts? Is that something that's in the game as well, where like there's a where you can go there and like cash in your like your human people?
Okay, okay. No, no, those are the people in the Super Duper Mart are raiders, the same kind of people that attacked the vault in episode 1. They're
Oh,
they're
okay.
they're they're just a bunch of people who are 100% self-serving. They're gonna pillage, they're gonna kill, they're gonna enslave, they're gonna rape just for themselves. That's a raid. That's basically a raider in just. So that's just another group of raiders in the supermarket, and that the robot that tried to cut her organs out, Lucy. That's depending on in the video games. There are good guys. You can even get one as an ally. You can get a bunch of them as an ally, or you can have
Mhm,
one as a butler. You can have one or for more evil self-serving purposes. So those robots are 100% in the games, but it depending on their programming if they go rogue, if they go evil, or if they're actually good guys. So I think that
mhm.
it's a I just find it weird that like he gave Lucy a finger, then it's but I'm gonna cut your organs anyway. So what was the point of
Yeah.
giving her a new finger? That's kind of the weird part for me. That,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then, so it is so to keep, yeah, Satan brought it up, so in order for you to keep not turning into the pharaoh ghouls, do you have to suck the
Yeah,
semen juice?
no, no, I don't agree. I don't recall ghouls having needing to, as far as I know, you don't need to what you call this, keep chugging that whatever you call that. I don't know what that medicine is. But I know what a stim pack is. I know what a rataway is, but I don't know what that thing that the ghoul character
Maybe it's
needed.
called, like, ghoul away or something. That's a I don't know, man, it's like it basically looks like some kind of, like, vial thing he just inhales, and, like, they had a
Yeah,
bunch of them, and I don't know why they added that, to be honest, it's not really that, um like, you could just have the ghouls just be regular ghouls instead of them turning into turning into an actual, pharaoh ghoul if he doesn't take those serum or those, from the vials, so just
yeah,
it doesn't elaborate on it, it's just
yeah.
something that he needs.
That's why it's like I feel like the show is, even though Todd or App, I don't care if they say it's canon. It's like I just treat it as a separate entity. It's like they wanted to add that stake probably for Cooper. Like since they know that a lot of people are gonna like Cooper, so it's like they wanted to have him this encumbrance of, oh, I need to keep drinking these medicine or else I'm gonna change. I think that's what they
Mhm.
wanted to go for future seasons, but which is definitely not part of the lore of the video games. I think that's why the TV show should be a separate thing. So
Okay.
I can imagine like towards the end of the TV show itself, like, oh, I only have so little left. I'm gonna turn. I think that's what they're going for towards the end of the TV show.
Yeah.
When
So
yeah,
J52 says that isn't he taking Jet? And Jet is a flawless version of meth. It also slows down time for the user. Do you think that's what he's taking?
uh for me it's something else because like he doesn't need to take a jet for him to be really good in fight in shooting in my opinion. It maybe it's something else. I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe it actually is. Chat can correct me on that. But I feel like it's something else. But yeah. Oh, episode 1, it's yeah. What did we miss anything else in episode 1? Oh, well, yeah, yeah. The sex scene in episode 1 is that's completely unnecessary with the white the white guy.
Oh yeah, that,
With,
that the White Raider. He's
yeah.
just like, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
It's so like I'm assuming like these interconnected vaults. And okay, so I'm gonna jump ahead. So the
Mm.
part where Cooper was basically eavesdropping on his wife, working for Vault Tech, and when they're in that room, right, the secret room, and everyone was just the world's leader talking about how to like sell Vault Tech and shit like that, to how to market it in a capitalistic way. Um, I think all of them had their own versions of like, what they would do with Vault Tech if they had one, right? So maybe um the one that's for Buds, right? I'm not sure if that's in the game, but like what he did was what Vault 31, 32, 33 is. Vault 4 is the original one, and then maybe like Vault 101 or 102 is like another one that brings in all of the illegal immigrants and make them do shit. And then one of them is like remove all the kids' parents and have the kids survive, right? I'm assuming that's what they did, right?
Uh well, it in the video games like what made the video games interesting is that example, you like it's a super big it's open world. Bethesda's the
Hmm.
pioneer of that. It's like you're exploring around, you find a vault. A part of what exploring a vault intriguing is you don't know what's behind it. You don't know if the vault is still existing. You don't know if the vault is already dead.
Hmm.
So it's like it's more of like a political woke play for the TV show to say that, oh, each vault can experiment on their own, can do whatever the fuck they want with humans. It's more of like a woke thing
Hmm.
in my opinion. Because like part of what makes the vault one of the fun things about exploring a vault in the video games, like to see the story behind it. It's like, oh, why did this vault die? How did it not survive? Turns out like some experiment gone wrong, or um raiders came in, etc. Or it's still alive, but with caveats, blah 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 blah. That's the fun thing about exploring in the Fallout universe in the video games. Here, they kind of like politicize it. They kind of like, yeah. Admittedly, they kind of went more of the woke elements, like, oh, people can abuse here. Oh, you can abuse illegal immig. Yeah, they inserted woke stuff for sure in terms of the vault tech. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. So let's move on. Let's see. Uh Did you okay, yeah, yeah, I do agree with you. The first 4 episode was sort of slow, right? It's like, "Oh, I lost the head, I need to go find the head." A sea creature took the head, and then, uh, what's it called again? Maximus was able to retrieve the head by killing that sea creature, and I guess that sea creature is a mutated human,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not sure if that's the actual origin story of the Gulper. You don't really encounter. Well, I don't really. I never really encountered a lot of those in in the video games. So, I think the origin story is human experimentation. I'm not sure. Chat can correct me, but
That was,
uh,
because according that was Vault 4's level 12, remember? You can't go to level 12 is because all of these people are being, like, that's why everyone in Vault 4, like not everyone, like half the people in Vault 4 are like they look like mutants. Is because of the radiation? I'm not sure, right? Like what like the the overseer had like one eye. He's like literally a cyclops. So one person has like an extra nose, an extra ear, or like an extra penis or something like that, so they can do DP just with one person. But the thing is, like, how they said it was like, oh, this is due to radiation or some shit like that. But it's I I it's funny because I feel like Vault 4 is like most humane. Like Vault 4 is actually really nice compared to all the other fucking vaults. Like yeah.
Yeah, I no, that they were saying at first it was the radiation until Lucy went to the 12th floor, right? Like it was
Mhm,
actually because of their experimentation why they became the way they are. So yeah, it's another I the part that I found weird in that episode is when they went they the worshipping part of Moldaver.
oh yeah, where like they all
You're
turn naked. I'm like, it's
yeah.
like weird. Like it's cool when
What
you
are
see
you
like the hot
doing?
girls naked. Yeah, it's like it's good when you see the hot girls naked, but when you see the fat old ladies naked, you're like, all right, I don't need to see this anymore. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
show has
that
a
was
lot
weird.
of this show has a lot of weird quirks in it, but I think it's by design. It's like they intentionally show how disgusting humanity can be. I think that's what they were gunning for, but I
Mhm,
don't know. It's so weird that they perceive Moldaver in that sense. Like it kind of it's kind of like worshiping, kind of like a theme tackled in The Last of Us Part 2. But yeah, and also yeah, Titus was kind of a dipshit in that episode too. Yeah,
mhm.
Maximus is not really a good character. Oh,
No, he's
maybe
fucking
they get
awful,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Maybe they'll try to fix him in season 2. But yeah, he's definitely the weakest link out of all the main characters.
To be honest, I actually liked his squire better, Thaddeus. Actually, he has more personality and more character, and it makes sense is because like what he did. Of course, like to be honest, I thought that they're gonna like Maximus was gonna get fucked in any way or form, but like all of a sudden, Lucy finds him when he gets trapped in his armor. I'm like, oh, that's so coincidental, right?
Yeah,
What are the
yeah,
chances, right?
yeah.
But yeah, I did like Thaddeus. What did you like Thaddeus, his squire?
Yeah. I like the part where I that's the first for me with how he became a ghoul. Like I didn't know there there was this concentrated substance or medicine that can actually turn you to a ghoul. I, I I think that's a first. I'm not sure if that was part of the games. It's like you can turn into a ghoul that way. All I know is you can turn to a ghoul because of the exposed radiation, and depends on
Yeah.
your genetics.
So what happened was Thaddeus basically was the new squire that was sent to serve Knight Titus because Maximus let the actual original Knight Titus die after being basically mauled in a way, and he was basically bleeding out from a radiated bear. So he usurps the Knight Titus's armor and basically pretends to be Knight Titus the entire time. And then in Philly, which is a small shitty town, they drop in a squire, and a squire basically works for him. He's like, uh, he's super like high energy, like he's super positive guy, loves his job. And then like they were both fucking drunk one night, and it's like, I want you to brand me. I want you to brand my dick. And then he's like, are you sure? That actually hurts. Just do it, man. Just do it. Brand my dick. So then he freaking brands him, right? And they basically touch tips. And then he's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna tell him my secret now. And then it's like, because he thought that he was gonna like, oh, cool, it is what it is. It's like, no, bitch, like you fucking betrayed the brotherhood and fucking pretended that you were Titus for a long time. So then like he basically they sort of go into a scuffle, and he steps on his foot, and his foot gets fucked up. So his foot basically looks like his toes are falling apart. And right before he escapes, like he takes his what's it called again? That power core, whatever. What was that called again? Fusion core? I forgot what.
Fusion core. Yeah,
Yeah,
fusion core.
he steals the fusion core. He freaking grabs the head with the code fusion, limps away, and goes into like a fucking desert where this guy who fucks chickens. This guy who fucks chickens was like, I'm a doctor. I can heal your foot. And he literally like gave him something to drink. right? Makes this it's gonna taste really awful, and then he basically like his foot just like fucking healed up. Like I don't know, man. Like I thought that to be weird, but I felt very, comedic, especially like the part like where he sees Fred Armisen from SNL. Like he's like, "Oh, I really like this country music," and then he gets shot with an arrow through his neck, and he find out that
Mm.
that shit turned him into a ghoul, which is I don't know. So I'm assuming Thaddeus will probably play a big part later, right? Since like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
he, he can't
In
die now, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're really back uh it putting heavy emphasis on the ghoul story. Like
Hmm.
how I don't know how much they changed, but yeah, it's gonna play a bigger role in the incoming seasons for sure. Like they're gonna I'm just worried that they bank too much on it. It's like, oh, they have a really long lifespan. Oh, ghouls need whatever medicine it is they're taking to stay alive.
Hmm.
It's like the Fallout universe is a lot bigger. They can't they don't need to just lean towards the ghouls and stuff. But what else? Yeah, that's about it from for Thaddeus, right? When he found out it was actually Maximus, so like yeah, it's like it's even though Titus was kind of a dick to Maximus, like it's no excuse for what he did. I guess. Like, you just left him to die. You left your superior to die, even though he was still being an asshole to the very end. But
Yeah.
yeah, but
And,
I actually like the part where Maximus was like because he's so untrained in using the armor. Because yeah, you really need training to be able to use the power armor. So there were a lot of stuff that he didn't know, like
mhm,
how Cooper managed to outwit him even though he's on an armor because he didn't know how to use the armor properly. And that
yeah.
yeah, Thaddeus knows that, oh, if I pull his fusion core, he'll stop functioning to the point that he can't even get out of the armor. Yeah, I like that dynamic. It's like I like that nuance to the power armor and how inexperience can actually be more detrimental to people who don't know how to use it compared to people who
Yeah.
actually know how the power armor works.
Yeah. Yeah, so JJ52 says Rappaport was funny and unexpected. Yeah, so Michael Rappaport is the guy who played the original Knight Titus. It's funny because he was the guy who said, "Pig Dick Donald Trump." Yo, we're gonna vote for Pig Dick Donald Trump. So that's the guy, if you guys don't know who he is. And it's funny because like I was like, that looks like Michael Rappaport. I'm not sure if it's him, but it is him. So it's actually pretty funny. He played an asshole because he's good at playing assholes. But I think overall the entire story with like the buds thing was sort of I don't know, like it's supposed to for me, it was supposed to like I feel like it was supposed to have more impact. But I didn't care too much. It's like, oh yeah, he just crowd drainedly froze himself and basically made him that like so they can sort of control like all these vaults. And and you sort of see the story coming from a mile at least like some of the twists, you see it coming from a mile away. Like no, Henry is actually Hank. Like that, I saw that. I was like, okay, who the fuck is Henry? And then it's like, oh, he wants to meet you. I'm like, I guarantee you, it's the dad, right? And it is, right? It's like, how has he been alive for this long? And because he froze, he's basically froze himself, right? Like,
Yeah, that one.
is
Yeah,
that how he?
yeah. That's yeah. There's such a thing as cryo. That's the premise of Fallout 4. Like if you
Okay.
Fallout 4 plays heavily on the cryo dynamics. Like yeah, I can say what happens in Fallout 4, but it's gonna be super heavy spoilers. They really
Mhm.
backed heavily on on the cryo dynamic in Fallout 4. But yeah, that they use for some of the vault dwellers, like they froze themselves for a very long time. But by the time that they woke up, already it's like 60 years, maybe 100 years have already passed since then.
Mhm.
So that's how they still stay alive after all this time. They went into cryo sleep.
Yeah. Like, okay, so right over here, JJ52 says that like nobody has sent Lucy. She left on her own accord. She isn't a girl boss either. See, the thing is that like when she was being interviewed to do to being exchanged for like for being offered, like it sounded like she was a badass. It's funny is because once she got out to the real world, she was getting decked on all the time because maybe like like she doesn't know how the real world works or anything like that. But I felt like, oh, I know how to, I'm a marksman. I know how to do like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But like when she goes out to the real world, she doesn't know how to do anything, which I thought was pretty
Yeah.
funny. But overall, I think I like the dog more than Lucy and Max. I felt more for the dog than Lucy and
uh,
Maximus, man.
but I was like, yeah, I like the part in episode 2 when I thought Cooper killed dog meat, but he just nuzzled him, right? They made it look like the dog died. Like he pulled out his knife. Like
Yeah.
you thought I legitimately thought dog meat. They were gonna kill off dog meat really early. It's like, oh no, oh, he actually spared him. It's like I was gonna
Yeah.
say, oh wow, that's a lot of balls to kill dog meat that to actually kill dog meat and that early.
I actually thought that he died. So I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit. So let's see. What are your thoughts on what's it called again? Like Moldaver. Is that character in the game? Because like this
Nah,
character was
that
huge.
nah, that's definitely a woke thing. Admittedly, it's like I mean, look at her physical features and look at her position in the story. It's like, oh, I'm such a bad. I'm the one who actually tried to make a living and thriving city, and I went after your dad because he's the evil white bad guy who actually started. Yeah, made things to shit when we were doing so well. So yeah, that's 100% a woke thing. It's like in Fallout 3, you also go after your dad, but the
Mhm.
thing is, your dad was an actual good guy, not the way they portrayed it here, where he was. Oh, he made it. He seems like a good guy, but is actually the evil bad guy. No, in Fallout 3, he's actually a good guy. He really wanted to make the world a better place. Spoiler alert for Fallout 3. Spoiler alert for a really really old game, but
So
yeah,
so how okay, so Moldaver is cryogenically frozen as well then. Like that's why she's been around for this long,
mm,
right?
was she?
Like I don't know. If the like was she? It's because she was against Vaultec, right? And she's against Vaultec. How did she survive 200 something years? Like was that explained?
Wait, was she frozen too? That's I know. Yeah, the dad was. I know, but I
Probably
think
cloned, maybe frozen for sure. We just don't know where. Yeah, it's because like she's been alive for as long
yeah,
as Cooper.
that part is not clear. That part is not if she was actually frozen or like that she encountered the dad after the dad woke up already. That's the part I'm not sure of. But I think she was frozen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was frozen too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, like for me, like the thing is that it doesn't really matter now is that she's dead. Like, like she
yeah,
she,
yeah.
she dies at the end of the episode 8, so it doesn't really matter her backstory. So this is sort of like a like sort of like her backstory wasn't fully written out. And the thing is, now, of course, it's I guess it's sort of like I guess a twist at the end. That ghoul that she was sitting with on the table at the end, like at episode 8, that was Lucy's mom. So, is she like a full on ghoul or she's just like a fucking like a walking corpse? Like I
She became feral the way I see it. Like it's because of the dad's bombing of the Shady Sands. She became a
mhm.
ghoul. That's what they're trying to drive us. Like, oh look, it's the evil white guy. Look at him, he's so bad. Look what happened to your mom. That's what they were going for. That's all there is. Like the mom is became the symbol of that, of the like it kind of highlights how evil the dad actually is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
I
now
it's
did you like the actor that played the dad, Hank, Kyle MacLachlan? Like he's a pretty well-known actor. Yeah, he was in
yeah,
Dune.
yeah,
The
I
first
can
movie
tell.
I saw him in was the first movie I saw Kyle MacLachlan in was Showgirls with Elizabeth Berkley. He was the rich, handsome man. But yeah, what did you think about the actor that
Yeah,
played him
I
and
I
Hank's
think
character?
I think he was okay. I think he was what do you call this? Yeah, he played. I mean, he I already know he was gonna go. They were gonna go for a woke white character, so woke character shitting on white people. So he played the character well. It's just that I mean, he had no choice. He had to play the role. So he played it well. So I'm looking forward to what he will be what do you call this? What he will be doing in season 2. But I just find it weird that um he managed to put on a random Brotherhood suit and go all the way to Vegas with it. But like, how do you
Yeah.
how was it even well maintained? Like, was the fusion core battery full? What was the water tank full? It's like, how could
Yeah.
it's? I just find it too convenient for him that he
And
gets to all the way to Vegas unscathed.
yeah. My thoughts exactly is because geographically, the Griffith Park Observatory is in it's like in the Burbank Hollywood Hills area, right? From there all the way to Vegas, which is I'm assuming this is the actual Vegas, which they call New Vegas, is about 230 miles away. So did he fly all the way over there? Right?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
did he walk all the way over there? Because if he walked all the way over there, it would probably take him like several days, right, just to walk. So if he was actually
yeah.
if he flew over there, the fusion core battery seems to last a lot longer in the show. Yeah, if he actually flew all the way over there, I'm like, God damn, man. And
Yeah, it's like that's like
yeah,
fusion cores do not last that long. I mean, in a video game, you gotta keep in Fallout 4, you have to keep swapping them, you have to keep putting them on from time to time. From there
yeah,
all the way to Vegas, it's like he just made it with one fusion core and unscathed. Like it looks like he didn't encounter any post-apocalyptic monsters. So it's yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. That part is a bit
yeah.
of a stretch for me.
So so basically what happened at near the end, you find out that the ghouls, Cooper's wife is basically the bad guy, and Buds ties into Lucy's brother getting trapped in Vault 31. And I thought that was pretty funny when he goes into the vault, and the only thing that's protecting the vault is a tiny brain on a. It just says brain
Yeah,
on a Roomba. That's the
yeah.
actual like name for the character. Wait, before that, it's a yo Tom, Rogue Attraction. How's it going, man? Howdy. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. It's just like brain on a Roomba. It's like, wait, don't go in there. You'll see everything. Oh, he's gonna see everything. And he's like, don't move. And his little needle comes out. He's like, "Zzz."
Yeah, that's the thing. I I I I'm more of the I do not approve the story arc of Lucy. What's his name? Norman? No, the little brother. Is it Norm?
Norm,
Is
yeah,
his name?
Norm.
Norm. Yeah, it's like I find it too slow. His entire story arc is too slow. Like slowly discovering what's going on in the vaults. I felt like it wasn't even clear what they were gunning for in that subplot for the other vaults. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
some history
Maybe
happened.
they're gonna they're definitely gonna have to explain it in season two, which there will be
Yeah,
because I overall I think the sentiments for this TV show is is positive. It's not, highly praised, but it's positive, right? It's not bad. I like from
yeah,
a person who has never played any of the video games. I thought that it was entertaining, right?
yeah.
And like I was watching my cousin. He was watching it, like he was watching the last two episodes, and during this time I already watched it. And they asked him, I said, "Did you play the game?" He's like, "Yeah, I played the game." I was like, "Are any of these characters in the game?" He's like, "No." Like they're just like random characters, but there are ghouls and are a bunch of other characters in the game like this character, but there's not like an actual Lucy, an actual Maximus. So what are your thoughts on what's it called again? Like what's gonna happen next? Like is New Vegas, is that gonna be something awesome? Do you think that because the New Vegas video game, was that good? Was it like, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if which
yeah.
Fallout, like where it
It's
is.
the most it's the most highly revered one, New Vegas. Like if you check the polls that I made, it's like there's a reason why in the first poll I didn't put New Vegas because I know New Vegas is gonna win. Like absolutely 100% is gonna win. It's like I just wanted to see it's like what do actually people think between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4? It's like I thought 3 was a lot better, but yeah, I thought I was in the minority. Turns out I was part of the majority. 3 is a lot better than 4. It's like 4 focused too much on the gun customization, the settlement building, which it's not really a big deal for me. They really dumbed down the dialogue system, which that's the part I got upset. Like they dumbed down the dialogue. So in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, there's so many options to choose from. How to talk to a particular NPC or how to change the outcome of the conversation. That's the really cool part about 3 and New Vegas. But they killed that in 4 for some reason. They
Yeah.
dumbed it down in 4.
Yo, Lord Bother with the 9.99 says the one thing purists have a problem with the series is that Shady Sands get destroyed years before New Vegas happens, basically decanonizing the most popular game. So is that true? Because I did hear that a lot of people didn't like what they did with like something that ties into New Vegas. Because I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about. But is this true?
The thing with Shady Sands and NCR is like, okay, I admit I don't know
What's
a lot.
NCR? What is that?
New California Republic. It's kind of
Okay,
implied
okay.
in the TV show. New
Yeah,
California Republic.
I believe there's a
I
Shady
I think
Sands becomes like
Moldaver
the capital, right?
I think Moldaver is a part of it somewhat, actually, but she's definitely not part of the bigger body of NCR, if ever. But yeah, the reason why I don't know NCR a lot is because I finished New Vegas twice. And both times I did not side with the NCR. One is I sided with Mr. House, the guy who controls the casinos and the guy who has control of a lot of cyberbots if you give him the platinum chip in New Vegas. And
So
this
now here's the thing though. I remember one of the guys that was in the end in episode 8 when they're all doing the roundtable thing. One of them was talking about robots. Is that guy the
that's a
Rob CEO? Is
Rob
he supposed to be like a person of him, like a version of him?
he he's the one who manufactures the robots. But I
Hmm.
think he's also working with Mr. House because Mr. House has like an army of uber powerful robots. Like, but he need that is the plot of it's kind of a spoiler for New Vegas. He needs a platinum chip that you need to retrieve throughout the story. It's like you have the option to give it to him so that he can activate this army of bots so that he can dominate New Vegas. So that's one of the story arcs that you can go for. But yeah, I think if you side with the NCR in New Vegas, you will explore a lot about Shady Sands, which I never got the opportunity. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do another run of New Vegas and side with NCR so that I know about Shady Sands more. But yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get to play NCR. I didn't side with NCR. That's why I don't know about the plot about oh, it was them who returned civilization back to Shady Sands. So that's why I didn't catch on, admittedly, when I was watching the TV show that oh wait, that's an extreme violation of the Fallout lore. But yeah, I can
Hmm.
see why people are upset. Like I can see why. But I am pretty sure in season 2, NCR will bring back NCR. Like there can't be a New Vegas plot without NCR, without Caesar's Legion, without some yeah, it's gonna be interesting with Caesar's Legion, how they're gonna wokify Caesar. Because like Caesar Legion, because they're literally straight up bad guys. Like, oh, it's like you survive in this world by being extremely you have to be strong and ruthless. So it's like they're pro slavery. They're that evil. They're that kind of evil faction. Like, yeah, we bring in the slaves, like females are lower than us and stuff like that. You know the type. So it's season
Uh,
2 is gonna be interesting for sure.
but thank you so much for the 9.99, and it drops another one with 4.99. Says from Lord Bother says, I think Todd wanted specifically to decanonize New Vegas because Obsidian made New Vegas, not Bethesda, and he petty about it being the most popular.
That's funny. Yeah, Bethesda made Fallout 3. Then they outsourced New Vegas to Obsidian. Then yeah, New because like
Ah,
New Vegas has so much. They really doubled down on the RPG elements. That's why it's so good. And the numerous factions in the game. It's like imagine this in New Vegas, like examples like in New Vegas, like NCR and the Brotherhood, they're also enemies. They're also fighting against each other. Imagine like if you go in the middle of an NCR base and then you put on a Brotherhood armor, they're gonna think you're the enemy. Oh shit, it's the Brotherhood. Then you're gonna shoot you. That's how that's how deep they're leaning onto the RPG elements for New Vegas.
hmm. Okay. So basically, at the end of at the end of the episode, they were able to get the head to Moldaver. Moldaver
Mhm.
basically sucks out the code fusion, and basically it powers Los Angeles. All right, basically the entire Los Angeles starts lighting up
Mhm.
again,
Mhm.
and then he tells a story that like your dad was Buds, basically like a frozen dude, and the son Norm gets stuck in Vault 31. The brain on Roomba doesn't let him.
Yeah, it's so that's the thing. That's the baffling part about Norm. Like he gets to go to all these places with zero security. Like that's so counterintuitive to the Fallout. In the Fallout game, at at the start of the game, you have to fight your way against loads and loads of security guards to make it out of the vault. Because like the overseer wants you dead, so you have to fight all the security guards. Here it's like not a single security guard bothers to stop Norm. That I find that really really weird. For an overseer Betty, like right, they're framing Betty to be like, oh,
Mhm.
she's a schemer. She has a lot of schemes behind the scenes, and she has zero security. That's so counterintuitive in my opinion. If you would think that for a scheming overseer, she'd have like a ton of okay, no one sees this, no one sees that. You got to bring in a lot of security for that. But for some reason, it's so like Norm can just run around wherever he wants.
Yeah.
That's the part where I find Norm's story arc very off.
Yeah. It's I thought the Norm and his cousin wanted to basically go around and do shit like, and it's that they weren't able they were able to basically do it maybe because Betty's an old lady. I don't know. But yo, Tatsu-sama with the 10 gifted memberships. Holy crap, man. Thank you. Thank you. Holy crap. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Tatsusama, for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Like I said, guys, you guys are too kind. You are getting a lot of what's it called, support tonight. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. You guys just hang out and just watch. But if you guys do happen to give memberships, make sure you guys hit enable so you guys can receive memberships from people who do go basically give memberships out to the channel. But thank you so much, Tatsusama, for the 10 gifted. Thank you. But yeah, so basically after that, Norm basically gets a fucking shitty ass ending for season one. He gets stuck in
Yeah.
there. If he's like, oh, you got to go into your dad's pod, you know, that's the best thing you can do. Maybe, you know, we got to wait 100, 200 years and then let's see what happens. And then Lucy hears a backstory, and then you also know that they're all interconnected. Moldaver is interconnected with the ghoul, which is Cooper, and then they end up basically the dad ends up like escaping right after getting like
Mhm.
basically grazed in the face with a bullet. All of a sudden he runs out of ammo, which is, you know, good perfect timing. Leaves him alone, so he flies away, and then for some reason gets to New Vegas the next day. And
Yeah.
she is like, let's, you know, you know, it's better for us to see where your dad goes, so you see who's actually behind everything that's been going on. So I was like, all right, cool. And then she ends up killing the ghoul that is her mom, and she leaves.
Mhm.
And then with the whole thing with the New Vegas stuff, which is I heard everyone's super excited for. Um, who is it? Was it someone mentioned it in chat? Was it like Robert House? Who is that?
Yeah, that's he's a major character in the video game. It's like
Okay.
yeah, because like in New Vegas in particular. Yeah, he was in part of that CEO meeting, right, with Barbara and I forgot the guy beside her.
Yeah,
Hank?
Bud.
What's the name of the guy again? Yeah,
I think it's
Bud. It's like
Bud.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Bud. Yeah.
so yep, in New Vegas he becomes kinda like the brain, the liquid brain, because a lot of time has passed. So his body deteriorated. So he had to find a way to stay alive. So he's kind of like that in New Vegas, but he controls a lot of the systems in New Vegas. So yeah, so in New Vegas you get the option to side with him, which is what I did in in one of my playthroughs in New Vegas. But yeah,
Oh,
a
House is this
nice
dude with the mustache. He looks like Tony Stark. Okay.
yeah. So he's gonna play a major role in season 2 for sure. I'm pretty sure he's gonna stick. He's gonna be in a tank. His body's deteriorated, but he controls a lot of robots. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, I also find it weird that Lucy. Well, then again, it's like Lucy and what and Cooper just left the cold fusion machine, so they trust the
Yeah.
Brotherhood. Yeah, right. I find it weird. It's like, so you're just gonna trust the Brotherhood to you entrust this much power to the Brotherhood. I mean, I maybe they would. Well, if they take it, come to think of it, if they take it, the Brotherhood's gonna go after them. So I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on that part. Like they just left there so conveniently for the Brotherhood to take. Anyway,
Yeah, it's just like code fusion things, unlimited power, basically powering
yeah,
LA. It's funny is
yeah.
because at the end of episode 8, LA looks like a piece of shit. That's how it looks like right now.
Who?
That's
Sorry.
how LA looks like.
Oh
That's how
yeah.
LA looks like right now. Yeah, the amount of
Yeah.
homeless people that's hanging in LA and how shitty that city is right now. Yeah, so basically at episode 8, how you see LA when it's being powered up. That's how LA looks like right now. But yes. But overall, does this make me want to play the game? Right? And
Mm.
I'm interested now. I'm fairly interested because it seems like the story is a little bit more like not so convoluted. Like this one, everything has to be tied together
Yeah, yeah.
into one major story arc.
That's why I am not as upset as a lot of the hardcore fans. Because honestly, I didn't do a deep dive to the lore of Fallout. Because like, whenever you play a Bethesda game casually, or if you're getting into a Bethesda game as a normie, it's like you don't really feel the super in depthness of the story. It's like you don't play a Bethesda game for that in depth story feel. It's like you played like you you soak in the difficulty of post-apocalyptic life. You encounter all these different monsters. So the key is kind of like survivability more than the
Mhm.
story as a whole, in my opinion. That's why I'm not so upset compared to all the other people who really know the story of Fallout. But it's the same thing with Elder Scrolls. Like you don't really play at Elder Scrolls for the story. It's like it's getting to know the people and the world, but not really how in depth the lore is compared to, let's say, like The Witcher.
Yeah. Like The Witcher has a very good story, right?
Yeah.
But now, overall, what'd you give the show? Like, would you recommend it to people? Like, what would you give it from like 1 out of 10? And do you think the show it's good enough where it'll draw people like me to play the game?
Yeah. Like for me, I'm pretty sure that was the goal of the TV show. And because of that, I'd give it like a solid 7.5 to 8. Because like,
Okay.
yeah, I get the oh shit, they really butchered the story. Oh shit, there's so much woke elements to it. But at the end of the day, it appeals to the general audience, which for me is a win. If you bring in more people to a It's always a win if you bring in more people to a franchise rather than gatekeeping. Oh, this is only for smart people. This is only for this X people. I don't. I think it's more of a good thing to bring people into a franchise. I'm sure.
Mhm.
I'm sure Fallout had a boost in sales. Yeah, and as for which game I recommend, which of the Bethesda, it really depends. Like, do you prefer the shooting elements on the settlement building? If yes, then Fallout 4. If you prefer the deep dialogue options or the flexibility of the gameplay, I would go for New Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, like I'll give it about 7.5, 7. I'll say solid 7. A round number, 7 out of 10. I man, I did not like Timu, Jonathan Majors. Man, I did not. It was I it's I hated his character. Like even when he was like interesting and like 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 the part where he like I would say the best part for him was, he's never had a boner before, right? And he didn't know what it was called, right? And
Oh
right,
yeah, that part.
they fall down into, Vault 4, and then he knows that they're in Vault 4, and then he's
Yeah,
like, Lucy's like, "You wanna have sex?" He's like, "What is that?"
yeah, it's like for me, there's a lot of weird sex quirks in this game that's so random. It's like another thing is, that the one-eyed patch blonde randomly having sex with the cousin.
Yeah.
Then her
It was
water
even like
broke. That's so It's like that's so unnecessary. I Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta put in 6 too, because like this is a rated R TV. So we gotta put in 6, even though if it's
Yeah.
super
See,
random.
see here's Dave says that Maximus he probably only put 1 into intelligence. Yeah, he basically is like, I don't know what sex is, and then he's like, oh, it gets really, really hard, and then it explodes like a rocket. I'm like, dude, shut up,
Yeah.
man, shut up. But yeah,
Yeah.
and then later on, he eats like he wants to live in the vault because he's never experienced peace or anything like that. But overall,
Yeah.
I would say it's about a 7 out of 10. It's not
Yeah.
like something's like, ooh, now it makes me want to play the video game. I'm intrigued, right? But
Yeah. But it's yeah, for this is like for me, I have to give it 2 scores. Like if it's for normies or people who have no idea what Fallout is, yeah, it's that scores 7, 8. Because like it's like it can be. I understand why it's like it's super woke in a lot of areas. I admit it's super woke in a lot of areas. So for more hardcore people, I would give it 5 maybe. I know
mhm,
people say that's too high, but I think 5 is fine. It's not for me. It's like this could have been like this could have been a uber disaster like Rings of Power, but it wasn't.
yeah,
It wasn't. So I think 5 for hardcore people, 7 or an 8 for normies.
yeah. I definitely do agree with what the chat's saying. I think Cooper the Ghoul, I would say he's like the standout for sure. And then like I said, and out of all the 4 characters that we're following, Cooper the Ghoul slash the Ghoul is the most interesting, followed by the dog. And then Lucy and Lucy, and then freaking was a wish.com Jonathan Majors. And maybe they were cast what's it called, a Kang the Conqueror with this guy because he does sort of look like
Yeah, he
like
he does. Like,
him.
yeah, it's like sometimes doesn't this look like Jonathan Majors?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yo,
yeah.
Tatsu Sama with the
I think it's Swiss francs.
THF. This is Francie with the $10. It's a peaches and cream. Peaches and beer. Or it's a stellar blade peaches. Now, okay. Last
Yeah.
topic. While we're still talking about Fallout, I guess there was a big Fallout controversy that happened, and I
Yes.
guess this guy got over 30 million views on this, and basically here it is. And it says quick and dirty, but the flatness bothered me enough. So basically, the show would have been better if we got them thick, juicy booty, big booty Latina stuff. So, Grae, what do you think about this? If the show had a better, I forgot who. I think Ella Purnell. I think that's the actress's name. I'm not 100% sure. What do you think about if the show had big booties like this? Would the show would have been better?
Wait, wait, are you showing it? Oh yeah. You mentioned. Yeah, okay.
Oh
It's gonna
yeah,
take
oh,
more
sorry.
time.
There it is. Sorry, there it is. I'm not showing it. There it is. Do you think that the show would be better if right over here, quick and dirty, but the flatness bothered me. Fallout on Prime. If the show had a bigger ass for the characters, would it would have been better?
It would have been better, but for me, it's not a deal breaker. But I think the more interesting part is Murahar's take. Because like this is for people with porn addiction. that's
Yeah,
that's the
it's so
fun.
stupid. It's
Yeah, it's like
now here's the thing though. The one on the left, okay, I'm gonna open a new tab and I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in, uh super zoom in. You could tell this is highly airbrushed. Like, look at the seam over here. It's like super. The thing is that her butt is actually not this flat. Like I've
mm,
looked, chat. I've like literally paused the show just to look at it. And her butt, she actually has a hip. She has hips, so her hips are a little bit wider, and her butt isn't as flat. So I wonder who is the dumb ass art director that decided to go with, let's make her have a guy's ass, because that's basically how my ass looks like. In chat, if you guys find this ass attractive, you're probably gay. But yeah, I would say it's not like a full on like bubble butt, but like it has there's a little bit more ass cheeks in for Lucy. But yeah, but overall, I think that if the show if the show had I'm not saying that that there wasn't anything for the guys, right? I'm not saying there wasn't anything for the guys. There's a good amount of nudity in the show. However, you did see a lot of fat people nudity as well. So, uh, but yeah, this guy, people are hating it right now. People are basically saying that another day, another man embarrassed himself, right? If you go down to the comments right over here, go outside, bro, watermark this. Can we make a new rule to comment on an appearance of a woman? You have to have touched a woman in at least once in your life. Wow, people are not happy. I go outside, please. I'm begging you. You have never felt a touch of a woman. You're a 40-year-old. You're 40 years old doing this. But yeah. But overall, I like this one right here. This one right here with the right over here. That's the good one right there. That's how the show should be. But but yeah, man. I think overall the show is enjoyable. It's not bad. I think overall for me as a normie, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's I wonder if you go back and rewatch it, like you'll sort of see things, maybe connect the dots more. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's I am looking forward to season 2. So we'll see what season 2 brings. Of course, we're going to be headed to New Vegas. And if that's any indicator of how the video game is, hopefully this season for season 2 is going to be really good. Right? So
Yeah.
let's see. All right. Anything else? Anything else for Fallout? Like any like is anything that we missed or something that you want to talk about?
Nah, yeah. It gives a lot of it really pays tribute to the games, like the stuff that people see in the games, like the different kinds of food, the stim packs. Okay, there's one part I like in the Norman story plot is when he was hacking the computer. That's such
Mhm.
a tribute to the video. That's how hacking in the video game is really like you're gonna guess which you're gonna find the word that's the actual password. I like that they did that. It's the nice subtle touches that they do to the show that pays tribute to the video games. So yeah, there's at least there's that. Like you can see the different the tiny Easter eggs that pay tribute to the video games. I
Mhm.
really as someone who played the games, like yeah, I appreciate. That's why I gave it such a high score, even though it's probably too high. But anyway, yeah, it's for normies, it's a good show, but for hardcore, it'll probably depend how much you value the continuity of the story. If you really do, then you'll probably disappoint you. And yeah,
Yeah.
wokeness, that's not going away anytime soon, but we can keep hoping, keep trying.
Yep. See, chat room. If the ass looks like that, this game would have done. This movie and TV show, the video game would have been great. We need more giant asses like this. Big asses. But all right, cool. All right. I think we're good for that. All right. Let's go ahead and turn it off so people can like listen and stuff like that. All right. There it is. Cool. Yeah. Overall, it's a pretty decent show. I enjoyed it for what it was. I like I said, it's not the type of show where I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. What's going on? What's happening? Cliffhangers and stuff like that. But it was more of, I want to see what happens next. It sort of it made me want to continue watching the show, right? And that's the reason why I got like 4 hours of sleep that day because I
Ah,
watched it straight, and it's good. All right, so man, the chat people are saying it. Some people in the chat gave it like a 7.5. Some people give it about 5 out of 10. Yeah, they nerfed her hotness. Yeah, a little bit. She has a very unique look. Her eyes are very big, and she's sort of flat chested, but she does have hips, right? It's
yeah, it's
because
like
of yeah, she's not super skinny either, which is great.
yeah, it's like
Let's see.
that's how that was my worry before they premiered the show. It's like because like in Fallout, you can be anyone. They can put in any characters. Like your character's customizable. You can make male
Oh,
or
sorry.
female, then
Mhm.
make you look like anything you want. But I was so worried like they're gonna go maximum wokeness in this TV show. But,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm really glad I'm wrong. It
Yeah,
feels so good to be wrong in this instance.
yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to our next topic right over here. Uh, so this is the first link that was on the list of topics, Grae, and we can watch this. We're not gonna get banned or anything like that. But last week, I believe Grums was trending when we were talking about it. Grums, Mark Kern, and it was the whole thing with the Cabrutus stuff. And he's basically defending people who are really liking Stellar Blade, right? It has to do with a little bit of Stellar Blade. So the reason why we're talking about that is because I guess Maxim Korea featured Grums on the channel, and talking about the following of realistic body shapes in real life and in video games, which is pretty cool. Now there's a video that we're gonna play. It's not that long, chat room. It's only 4 minutes, but that's I only need 39 seconds. But
I
this
have
is
not.
4
I have
minutes.
not seen it. I have not seen it. I have not.
I have not seen this video, but the thing is, I paused it, and this is a very nice pause. This is a very nice pause. All right, chat. All right, Maxim Korea. Here we go. I'm gonna watch this. We're gonna see it in chat. This is longer than 39 seconds. So all 55 of you, if you like, thank you guys for hanging out. Us talking for about an hour, 30 minutes of Fallout and season 1. We're gonna talk about Maxim Korea, and this video reads, which of the following has realistic body shape? Maxim News. Here we go. Let's go ahead and full screen that and make sure the audio is not too loud. All right, here we go.
나 자체가 매력이지 않을까? 소리조절 자체의 재미. 나올 수가 있어?
This is such a jam. I love it. It's such a jam to do.
Oh shit, man!
The editor in chief in IGN France probably melted when he saw it.
Oh,
he probably disintegrated when he watched.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. Freaking people who are working for DEI ESG, people who are working at all of these woke gaming companies are fucking seething now.
They probably burned their eyes. Their eyes burned when they saw.
Chat, we're only 8 seconds in. All right, we're not ready yet. Now, don't pop off yet, chat. Here we go. Let's continue. The thing is that we don't need closed captioning. We don't need to hear what they say. All we need to see is look. But yeah, let's continue.
여러분들 길에 쌀감이 될 기회예요. 이 사건. 네, 맞습니다. 18세.
That looks like the actress for Stellar Blade.
맥심 뉴스 시작합니다.
All right.
여러분, 현실적인 몸매란
There it is.
무엇일까요? 현실적이란 말을 정의하기 어려운 일이지만 최근 비현실적인 몸매라고 비판받은 한 사건이 있었습니다. 게임 웹진 IGN 프랑스에서 한국의 게임
I need to actually subscribe to this channel.
I didn't know they actually called out IGN France straight up. I didn't know.
Oh man, yeah, I need to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, IGN France reviewed for the demo of Korea's game Stellar Blade, man. And look, yeah, like this is why can't all newscasters be attractive? Like we have a lot of attractive newscasters in South America and Brazil, like Yannet Garcia, chat. God dang, Yannet Garcia. But yeah, something like this, something to look at. But yeah, let's stop blue balling the chat. Let's continue.
게임 스텔라 블레이드 데모판을 평가하며 게임 속 등장인물인 이브는 그저 몸이 건조하다. 여자를 한 번도 본 적 없는 누군가가 만든 성적인 측면이 부각된 인형이다 라며 비난했는데요. 하지만 여러분 아시는 분은 아실 텐데요. 이 게임에 등장하는 이브 캐릭터의 바디 모델링은 맥심 표지 모델이기도 했던 신재은 씨를 기반으로 제작됐습니다.
Does it make sense to call a body based on a real person unrealistic? Grae, how do you feel?
I don't know. Maybe it's the people at IGN France who have never left the house. Maybe it's them who's never seen a woman. I don't know.
Yep.
Someone send them an FHM magazine.
Yep. Man, all right, let's continue.
현실에 존재하는 사람의 몸매를 기반으로 모델링한 캐릭터의 몸매가 비현실적이다. 이런 말이 되려나요? 요즘 여기저기서 많이 듣던 정치적 올바른 관련 이슈가 터진 건데요. 그래서 맥심에서 신재윤 씨의 몸매는 실제로 현실에 존재하는 현실적인 몸매라는 걸 교육시켜드리기 위해서 신재윤 씨의 표지화보 촬영장 모습이 담긴 영상을 다시 한번 공개하기로 했습니다. 유튜브에 공개되어 있는 영상을 다시 한번 올린 것이긴 하지만요. 이번에는 세계에 더 많은 분들이 시청할 수 있도록 영어는 물론 일본어, 아랍어, 인도네시아
Even Arabic?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's made available with subtitles in English, Japan. I understand English, Japan, Indonesia, Vietnamese, Hindi, but also in Arabic. Man,
Yeah. A lot
yeah.
of you got a lot of based or people in Middle East. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. All right, let's continue.
시아어, 베트남, 힌디어 등의 자막을 달아서 영상을 공개했습니다. 그 결과인지는 모르겠지만 세계 각지에서 모여든 시청자들의 댓글로 로마 콜로세움을 방불케 하는 뜨거운 열기가 느껴지는데요. 여러분, 현실적인 몸매가 뭘까요? 그 해답이 궁금하시다면 맥심 표지 모델 신재윤 씨의 영상을 한 번 더 시청해주세요. 다음 소식입니다. 거유불급 맥심 4월호 표지 모델 감동란 씨의 표지 화보 메이킹 모습이 담긴 영상이 맥심 코리아 유튜브에 공개됐습니다. 이번
Wait, what's her name again? Gamdong Ran. Chat, take notes. Take notes. Take notes, all right? Yo, she'd be pretty cute too. Yeah, take my money. Yeah, I actually prefer to present her more. Yeah, based Korea. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This morning there's an updated video, particularly for Asmongold. There's another one that Maxim made for Asmongold because of his take on this initial video.
Oh no, I guess we gotta watch more Maxim Korea, right?
Yeah,
right?
we gotta watch more. It sucks, man.
Yeah, we gotta yeah. Oh no, watching more attractive women. Oh, what a terrible life. Let's continue.
유튜브에 공개됐습니다. 이번 표지 화보는 사이버펑크와 홍콩 느와르를 연상시키는 테마로 제작됐는데요. 지난번 표지 때보다 한층 더 강화된 감동란 씨의 미모가 예사롭지 않네요. 더더 감동적인 감동란 씨의 모습이 담긴 무삭제 영상을 보고 싶으시다면 라이키와 멤버미 맥심 멤버십 채널이나 맥심 코리아 유튜브 채널 방송에서 시청하실 수 있으니까요.
The pain of watching this.
I'm not even reading the subtitle, man. I'm just looking at the images.
맥심의 멤버십 영상도
This is so hard to watch, man.
나오기만 하면 완판된다는 미스맥심 비치타월이 나왔습니다. 3년 만에 돌아온 비치타월은 2022년, 2023년 리메콘 우승자인 바비안과 김갑주, 준우승자인 이기영과 이연우 이렇게 4가지 버전으로 출시될 예정인데요. 크기는 가로 80cm, 세로 128cm이고 오는 4월 9일부터 4월 21일까지 맥심 홈페이지
April 9th to the 21st. Chat, you gotta go buy it now, exclusively on the Maxim website for subscribers. So go subscribe and get these prints.
정기 구독자 전용 몰에서만 구매가 가능한데요. 비치타월은 한정 수량으로 제작될 예정이라서 정기 구독자에게 구매 우선권과 10%의 할인 혜택이 주어집니다. 만약 정기 구독자 선구매로 전량 소진될 경우 일반 회원에게는 판매하지 않으니까요. 맥심 팬 여러분 절대 놓치지 마시길 바랍니다. 다음은 주말의 날씨입니다. 이번 주말 전국이 대체로 맑겠습니다. 기온도 올라서 전국 낮 기온이 20.
Grae, you gotta subscribe. You gotta subscribe to Maxim, and then send me one of the towels. I want a fresh one, all right? I don't want one that's used. I want a fresh.
I can't guarantee if it's you.
I can't guarantee if it's gonna be used or not. All right, fine. I'm just gonna watch it. All right. Yeah, I like her outfit here. She's very cute here. Like I like that. I like that. The shoulder.
Yeah, there's another
안팎.
present
일요일에는
like, in the
25도
Asmongold video one. There's another one like she's wearing a jersey, basketball jersey for Asmongold. So maybe you should watch
Okay.
that one too.
Yeah.
안팎을 기록할 전망인데요. 자세한 주말 날씨 전해드립니다. 토요일 아침 서울의 기온 8도, 대구는 9도, 부산은 10도,
Grae, are you
제주도
even reading the
12도가
subtitles?
되겠고요. 한낮에는 서울 19도, 대구 21도, 부산 19도, 제주도는 18도가 되겠습니다. 일요일은 더 따뜻한데요. 서울의 아침 기온 8도, 대구 9도, 부산 12도, 제주도는 12도. 한낮에는 서울 22도, 대구 24도, 부산 21도,
To be honest, do we
제주도는
even need this?
20도가 되겠습니다.
There it is.
다음 주도 따뜻할 전망입니다. 기상청은
true.
3년보다 2에서 6도 정도
True.
기온이 오르면서 4월
Jesus,
말에서
look at this one.
5월 초 수준의 날씨가 될 것이라고 예측했습니다. 지금까지 주말 날씨 김나정이었습니다.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think the eyes are leaning towards the thumbnails now. Of the other video.
Yeah. Imagine if we had an eye tracker on, man.
Yeah, it's probably going towards the left right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so the thing is that remember, these people are basically saying that girls don't look like that in real life. You know, so yeah, girls do not look like that in real life. So you know, stop, you know, go outside and touch grass. But yeah, so that's a good video, Grae. That's a very good video. Thank you so much for that. And I'm pretty sure the chat is very happy. Let's see, Nagranal with the 8 months. Yo, thank you. Can we hustle? Watch this the rest of the stream and just watch this. We can. We might get demonetized though. We might get demonetized. No, it's fine. It's on YouTube. We won't get demonetized for that. It's fine. There's no nippies. Yeah, I need South Korean wife. Yeah, you do. Definitely. Suddenly Phil's wife is curious why they are visiting K-Town so much. Oh, you're gonna eat Korean barbecue. Let's see. Dave says that to get your numbers up, play the video on loop with no sound and upper right. Oh man. Play the Asmon clip with the Maxim presenter. Does he have a clip?
Yeah, he does. I watched it this morning. Let me try to look for it in the. I'll send it in the private chat. Okay. I'll try to look for it too.
Yeah, let's see.
It should be in Asmon clips.
Okay, Asmongold clips. All right, we'll watch that. Let's see. All right. Oh, yeah, the jerseys. Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, the jersey. The jersey.
Let's go ahead and react to Asmongold, all right? So let's go ahead and. Okay, there's a commercial right now. There. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna share this one. We're gonna share. Here it is. All right, so I have never seen this one yet. I've been pretty busy, so it's only 1 minute, but I only need 39 seconds. Chat room, I only need 39 seconds.
Maxim News. Wait, what? Yo, what the? Introducing a. Wait, what? Bro, is this real?
Get that damn chat out of my sight.
No shot. This is what the fuck?
세상에 전 세계에
Austin,
정말 많은
it's a different
분들께서 이
newscaster.
소식을 보고 댓글을 남겨주셨습니다.
Look at this chat.
Including many gamers from the Western world globally thanking Maxim Korea, saying things like, "Who's Maxim News reporter?" Yeah, true.
특히 미국의
Especially,
유명
we laughed a
트위치
lot at the video posted by Asmongold, a famous Twitch streamer and YouTuber from the USA. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
아스몬골드님께서 올린
Wow.
영상을 보고 저희도 많이 웃었답니다.
I
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. We'll continue to bring you the hottest news in the world. Love you.
oh my god.
Love you.
Wow, that's crazy. That is really I don't even know what to say. How did this happen? How in the fuck did this happen? Or any of the comments about this? He can't keep getting away with this. Man, can't keep getting away with it.
Love you.
Wow.
Oh shit, man, that's actually pretty funny. Man, yeah, we need more we need more Korean girls and to call even they're calling this shit out, which is actually pretty nice, right? And I wonder how the people like these woke crazy people are feeling about that, right? The fact that they're getting called up by other girls. And it's funny is because there's a group of people that actually makes other girls feel bad. It's actually there's actually a group of people that make girls feel bad, and there's always the one that sort of denigrates girls, and they are other girls, right? And the thing is that now you have people who are like, hey, we're actually good looking. We like ourselves. We don't loathe ourselves, and we're not so ugly that we basically go by they, them pronouns now. That bodysuit was painted on. I probably have to go back and enhance the photo. Marcus Spitz. Enhance. Yeah, unintentional riz. Yeah, true. Yeah. Man, guessing that Grae will be eating banchan for dinner tonight.
I'm not a fan of what because like the bonch. Have you tried? Is there banchan in the US?
Banchan is basically like it's like the little like sides like the kimchi and stuff like that. That's what we call it.
Oh no, it's like there's a fast food restaurant named Banchan. It's like the thing is
I didn't know that.
it's only the skin that's good, but the meat inside it's not. It's kind of bland. So if you're gonna eat banchan fried chicken, you have to like make sure that there's the chicken skin to eat along with the meat. So anyway, just saying, but I prefer other fast food compared to banchan.
Yeah, let's see what people are saying. What on earth? I turned away for 5 minutes to edit a video, come back to Phillip's college level research session. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well,
right, let's see.
That's PhD. That's Nielsen level of research, man.
Yeah,
that's an
true.
insult.
No idea. How many copies of Stellar Blade will sell in the Philippines? Because there is a huge following for Korean telenovelas with Tagalog subtitles after 10 p.m.
I hope they do. I hope they. But the thing is, video game culture works it's a bit different here in the Philippines. The really dominant players are the free to play because like Philippines is a third world country, so not plenty of people have like PS5s or can afford to buy full price games all the time. But I hope it does. Like I watched the documentary number 1 of Stellar Blade last night. So yeah, guys, we really need to support Stellar Blade because it's such an outlier for the South Korean market. I didn't know that consoles were a mere 3% of the entire gaming industry of South Korea.
It's most like computer and phones, right?
Yeah, they're really banking really big on this. So the more we support Stellar Blade, the more games like it will emerge from South Korea. It's like, oh look, if we're making a shit ton of money of this, we should make more of it. So yeah, if you guys can support Stellar Blade, please do.
Yep. And you don't need to buy the deluxe edition unless you want the nice
Stargazer.
Yeah, the Stargazer ones because you're gazing at her giant, massive planets that's on her chest. That's compressed, so it's the breast meat sort of like squishes out a little bit. But yes, can this model be considered a thought? Here's the thing though. This is like one of those questions that makes you think: are all girls that are hot considered thoughts? Right? All the girls that you consider attractive, and they know they're using their attractiveness to sort of get what they want, I guess, like, are those all thoughts, right? Send me one of them towels for research purposes, of course. Yes, true. See, Danny Tate says Project Eggroll was not intended for the male gaze. Yep. See, but yeah, we need more of those people to just come out and just talk about it, make fun of them. Make fun of how crazy they are.
And I
see. Dylan D says, guys, says this man looks better than me. I need to improve. Girls, this girl looks better than me. I need to tear them down. Yep. I don't know why. A lot of people, a lot of girls are like that for sure. I don't know why. Wicked Virtue loved playing Stellar Blade demo. Yeah, I believe she played it earlier this week, right? That's awesome. I'm glad she did. Yep, the Stargazer suit. Yep, that's what we need. Let's see. A South Korean steelbook of Final Fantasy VII DVD looks great, but finding it is no easy task in the resale market. Yes, people are not going to sell it. If it is going to be super fucking expensive. Let's see. Dylan D says, support Stellar Blade so Phillip can have more research material. True. Absolutely true. Yep, like Harry Brown. Harry Brown Hole says 100%. Yes, very true. Harry Brown Hole. What's going on? All right, so the reason why we need to call this shit out, and the reason why we need to call whenever we see dumb and woke things that are basically trying to get integrated into our escapism, we need to call them out is because if not, they're just going to get away with it, right? And a company that's been embroiled with American localization, companies such as Capcom has come into basically come into play. So this comes to us from Bounding into Comics, and the headline reads: Capcom attempts to run PR for Western localizers, praises in-house team for keeping games, quote, culturally sensitive and promoting inclusivity through language and representation. So something came out, I think like yesterday or 2 days ago, where it's basically shows like what kind of things that they're gonna be doing, these localization companies. And Grae, what have you heard about this so far?
I have not really looked into the story, but I think they're wokifying Capcom. So yeah, good luck trying to do that to Chun-Li in the next Street Fighter game. Let's see how that will play out.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing is that they sort of did it is because like Chun-Li was originally voiced by, I forgot this girl, she's white and she's been doing it for a long time. But now that you can't, if you're not Asian, you can't voice an Asian character. If you're not black, you cannot voice a black character. So they ended up changing out her voice for Chun-Li. Same thing with like Ada Wong, right? They ended up changing out Ada Wong's voice for RE4, versus RE2's voice is a lot better than RE4's Ada Wong voice. But yeah, like it's pretty. But now it's like in everything. And the thing is that like I wonder if these people, these localization groups, like I'm pretty sure they're like, haha, take that, right? Like I don't know, man. It's pretty shitty. Do you
Mhm.
play any Capcom games?
Not really. Wait, I can't even remember. What's Devil May Cry 4, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm not really that huge of a Capcom guy, honestly. It's like right
yeah.
now it's like in the gaming scene, people are starting to speak up. Hey guys, Rise of the Ronin is actually better than Dragon's Dogma 2. Like
Mhm.
it's a week or 2 weeks ago, it's like, oh my god, Dragon's Dogma 2 is so good. But now I'm saying, hey guys, Rise of the Ronin is actually better, even though the graphics are not that good. The gameplay is better than Dragon's Dogma 2. So I don't know. This could be the start of Capcom like falling off again. Kind of like the
Yeah.
PS3 and 360 generation. They're starting to fall off again. Hopefully they start to rebound as soon as possible.
Man, speaking of Capcom, like Capcom is known for basically focusing on things that sell. And I get it, right? But the thing is that they also isolate their fan base by uh basically not putting in games that people know that we want. Like I really want another Mega Man X game, right? I really want Darkstalkers, Rival Schools. I really want all of these really cool stuff to come back. Like one main one is what's it called again? Uh Freaking yeah, Mega Man X is like a huge one for me. Like I don't know why they haven't been bringing that back, and it's just they don't care. Like I feel like they don't care, and now you have more stuff like this. So let's go ahead and read it. It says, and yet again throwing their hats into the ongoing discourse surrounding Western localizers, continual disrespecting of the Japanese media rather than committing to ensuring accuracy within their own localization team's work, Capcom has instead attempted to put a positive spin on some of the industry's worst practices. Entering the fray on April 11th by the way of lengthy post published on the official Twitter account of their own in-house localization team. And this is not an outsourced team. This is in-house. That means I'm pretty sure this Capcom America, maybe? The Resident Evil and Mega Man series developer began their PR play by asserting to players localization isn't just about translating words, it's about adapting the game for a global audience. Think a cultural nuances, idioms, and regional flair. A good localization makes players feel right at home wherever in the world they are. So I'm pretty sure if the character is not supposed to be gay, they're gonna make it gay. if the character's not supposed to be trans, they're gonna make it trans. I guarantee this is some of the small things they're doing. And the thing is that they're saying that it doesn't have to be like let's say in Japan it doesn't read like that, but in America it will read like that. Right? How do you feel like the fact that they're sort of
Yeah.
using the demographic to instead of just like using the words of the original creator? How do you feel?
Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be the start of Capcom's fall, I believe. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
maybe it won't affect all their sales, but eventually it's gonna hurt their storytelling if they continue to let these people have a say in how the direction of their storytelling will go. So
Mhm.
yeah, good luck. Very likely Capcom's gonna learn the hard way that it actually makes more money if you get these people out because they don't hire woke activists.
Yep. And speaking of Capcom, did you know that Captain Commando was actually the original character based off of their name, and they don't even fucking use that character anymore. But let's continue. Let's see. This is what it says here. What is localization? Embark on a global. Oh yeah, go ahead. Before I continue.
It's just like, is that's the fighting, that's the beat 'em up, right? Captain Commando. I remember playing that.
Yes. It
Like,
is a beat 'em up game.
Yeah, it's like it's the ninja and the baby with the robot. That's the one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and the
Oh
mummy.
god, I love that game. Even though I suck
Yeah.
at it, I love that game so
Yeah,
much.
Captain Commando is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking forgot about that shit.
They should remaster that or something. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Embark on global adventure through the lens of game localization. Beyond mere translation, we're diving into the art of cultural adaptation, preserving context and inclusive storytelling. Join us as we unravel intricacies that make games resonate worldwide. Not just translating localization isn't about translating words, it's about adapting the game for a global audience. Think cultural nuances, idioms, regional flair. A good localization makes players feel right at home wherever they are in the world. Lost in translation? Nah. Preserving the vibe is key. Jokes, references, and even gameplay elements might need a little cultural remix. It's important to find that sweet spot to make sure players get the intended experience without feeling like something got lost in the process. Bridging the linguistic gap. Each language has its unique structure and cultural context. Our teams work to ensure the narrative and dialogue maintain coherence and emotional impact. It's not just about words, it's about capturing the essence of the story in a way that resonates with the target audience. Here it is: cultural sensitivity in characters. Character designs and development must be culturally sensitive. That may be acceptable in one culture. Sorry, what may be acceptable in one culture might be offensive in another. Localizers play a crucial role in ensuring that the characters are relatable and respectful, avoiding stereotypes and references that could be perceived as a negative in the specific cultures. Now, I understand what they're coming from in terms of like making sure things are accurate, right? Not making sure that things look like, if you have an Asian guy, he's not like fucking wearing like a rice hat and has like a Fu Manchu or something like that, has like super small eyes like me. But like if you're also talking about like what about like characters like Chun-Li, like are they gonna like nerf her thighs? Is because because if they're not just changing the story, but the character design as well, right? So they already sort of do this for Nintendo, but now they're coming out and saying the quiet part out loud when it comes to Capcom. So that means that something that might be, not one to one with the story or how the character maybe too sexy in Japan, and then in the Philippines, for example, they're gonna nerf all the characters and make them look like boys because they have done this for like Dragon Quest and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel? Like before I continue. I'm not sure where he went. Oh, there he is. Okay, never mind. But yeah, but how do you feel? Like,
Wait.
with
So,
with basically like the fact that like localizers have they actually said right here, character design and development must be culturally sensitive. That means that they have a say on how the characters, even not just what they say, but how they look like.
yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Like let creatives be creatives, express how they want their characters to be like. and what
Mhm.
and how they fit to the story. It's like the moment you start to stifle that creativity, that's when one the escape from reality dissipates and the quality of the storytelling diminishes. That's basically what's been happening to Western entertainment for over a decade now. And now they
Mhm.
want to try to breach the East, which I know it's not gonna fly. Even if they do manage to penetrate Japan to a certain extent, I think eventually it's gonna die down in Japan. And I I can see Korea and even China rising up to the occasion. And those two are not gonna bend the knee. If Japan can, those two are gonna be more resilient, in my opinion. Especially China. It's not gonna go wokeness is not gonna reach China in any shape or
Yeah.
form.
All right, let's continue. Let's see right here. Inclusive language and representation. Localization efforts extended to promoting inclusivity through the language and representation. This involves adapting not only the linguistic aspects, but also addressing gender specific language, cultural norms, and diverse perspectives. The aim is to create an immersive experience where players from different backgrounds can identify with the characters and narrative. This can be very challenging for certain languages due to grammar. This is so fucking stupid, man. So basically, a character that wasn't meant to be LGBTQIA is now going to be LGBTQIA, right? Imagine being like the creator of I don't know, like Dante, right? Since we're talking about Devil May Cry here for Capcom, right? He shows his chest. He's sometimes not wearing. He's never wearing a shirt. He's always wearing his actual his cloak, his basically trench coat. But now they're like, oh, since he's so flamboyant, let's make him gay with his brother. Right. I can see it was like, oh, let's make him gay with his son, or like some bullshit, right? Like I can see them doing this is because they don't fucking care. Right. They know that Dante is such it's he's in what DMC5. There's an instance where he freaking danced like Michael Jackson. It's like, oh, if that's not show tunes, I don't know what is. Let's make him gay in Devil May Cry 6 or some shit like that. Like this is so stupid. Like they don't care. These people actually don't care about like the original creator's intent. It's like, oh, we're gonna fucking purposely put our shit into it, whether we like it or not. And I loathe these people. And the thing is that they know they love the fact that they can actually have the ability to do it. It's it's so like eh, I hate it, man. But
Yeah.
yeah. So Grae, inclusive language and representation.
Yeah.
That'd be
I don't
cool.
think I'll be I won't be playing Capcom games. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to any. I was it's like yeah, Monster Hunter anyway, it's like I find it the barrier of entry is really high, in my opinion. I mentioned this
Mhm.
in my Grand Blue video. It's like, yeah, you have to drink Kool-Aid if the weather's too hot. You have to drink hot cocoa if it's winter. It's like, no, I don't wanna contend with that kind of stuff but anyway, to the point, yeah, it's gonna hurt their games even more. It's like it's a shame because Capcom has been killing it lately. It's like um it's probably gonna start permeating once they run out of Resident Evil games to remake, which they're getting close. They're getting like they just need to remake 5 and 6, and maybe some of the spin-offs, right? Those are the only games that they haven't remade. But what I can imagine this BS coming into Resident Evil 9. I wouldn't be surprised there's gonna be like LGBTQ or trans characters in Resident Evil 9 or
Mhm.
culturally sensitive people in Resident Evil 9. You're not gonna see a Lady Dimitrescu anymore in Resident Evil 9.
Nope.
Yeah. That's probably what's gonna happen, which is a shame. But yeah, Capcom needs to
Yeah.
learn the hard way.
All right, let's continue right here. Adapting humor and wit. Humor often lies on cultural references and wordplay, making it a challenging aspect of the game localization. Translators must carefully navigate puns, jokes, and cultural references to maintain the intended comedic effect. This requires a deep understanding of the target audience's sense of humor while staying true to the original wit. No, that's what they sort of fucked up with Kobayashi Dragon Maid, basically saying, oh, talking about the patriarchy, right? That wasn't even the original like translation. It's like, oh, why are you wearing that? It's like, oh, I thought, I thought it'd be funny, or whatever. But localization, it's like, oh, to make sure that the patriarchy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the original joke, right? And this is
Yep.
adapting humor. Like, no, you're not adapting humor. You're basically changing and rewording the humor. And that's the reason why I prefer, especially when it comes down to the original source, I prefer to watch the actual content in the original like language with subs, right? I'm fine with that. But once they localize it, they change it up and stuff like that. And the thing is that these subtitles, they can potentially wokify it too, but it won't make sense for people who actually speaks Japanese. So but overall it's pretty damning. See, consistency in terminology. Maintaining consistency in terminology is crucial for a smooth and coherent gaming experience. This applies not only to translating words, but also ensuring that game mechanics, instructions, and lore are consistently represented across languages. Establishing a cohesive language system helps prevent confusion and enhances the overall gaming experience for players worldwide. So this is which is basically the actual hiragana. But yeah, this is pretty dumb. I see basically making Dante officially gay with Virgil, which is his brother. They're gonna be incest. The Mega Man's gonna be fully non-binary. Is Mega them? Mega It's gonna be Mega thems, chat, Mega they thems. And he's gonna be super, super non-binary gayness with Proto Man and Zero, right? Zero basically have those green boobs on him. So that's gonna be a transgender robots, right? But yeah, this is so stupid. Like we thought that Capcom was gonna come back. It's not. Capcom is gone. No more Marvel versus Capcom. No more Mega Man. No more rival schools. Freaking no more Power Stone. Nothing. Everything is going to be gone. And do you remember this, Grae? Do you remember do you know who Armika is in Street Fighter 5
I've
or
seen
Street Fighter
footage.
series? She's like the
I've seen
wrestler,
footage.
right? So here's the thing. Like, I'm not sure if I shared it, but in her original Critical Arts, like in the beta, she basically slaps her ass like this. It zooms down and see her slaps her ass, and she points, and her her tag team partner comes up and ass slams, which is a good way to die. Ass slams basically the bad guys are the opponent's face, and then slams it to the ground. I guess there's a lot of fucking woke fucks out there that basically hates the idea of a nice ass. So what they did was they basically did not show they did not move the camera down. They just kept it like that. Right. And people are like, why did you change it? Oh, it's because this is a fighting game, not a sex game. I'm like,
Oh God.
oh man. Yeah, and basically they turn one of the characters into like an LGBTQIA plus, character without having any background like that. But yeah, I'm so done with Capcom, man. Now it's called Crapcom, according to what people are saying. They're Crapcom now. I think what's actually saving Capcom right now is Street Fighter 6, which is a good fighting game compared to Mortal Kombat 1 and Monster Hunter. Capcom has something else, right? Resident Evil has a small player base compared to like Street Fighter and Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is just so big. Now you're removing them ass cheeks from the game. Yeah. I don't trust them anymore. Even though they make their faces actually look correct. Like the actual like face captures of the models actually looks really, really good. But the fact that even though the game characters looks really, really cool, if you're just gonna gayify or like turn them into they thems, it's I'm not gonna buy any of their shit anymore. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad. How do you feel, man?
There's no game for Capcom for me that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's a contradictory to maybe I just remember now. I should have posted it here for our topics for the week. So it's like the game director of Visions of Mana says that no, we're not gonna pander to the BS. I'm gonna stick to my vision. Maybe we should look for that article actually. So now I'm like, oh, maybe it's like I was saying I'm not sure if I should cover Visions of Mana in my main channel, but maybe I should after I heard the game director say that. So yeah, and yeah, I saw some characters in the Mana series. They're not bad looking. The females are not bad looking. So maybe I should cover Visions of Mana when it releases.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's see. Let's go ahead and read some comments. Let's see. Al Malone says, "I'm late. Is it true that they retcon Fallout New Vegas?"
In Vegas. If you consider the show to be canon to the games, which I don't, I consider the TV. I said this a lot earlier while we were reviewing. I consider the TV show to be separate from the games, even if they said it's canon. I consider them to be different entities. Then yeah, they kind of did. But if you consider them to be separate universes, then it's about New Vegas is gonna be in season 2.
Yep. And he follows up with a $5 super chat. It says, "We hate stereotypes until we meet a stereotypical flamboyant gay man." Yeah, man, that's what happens. But yo, thank you so much for the 4 months, Al Malone, and thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, Justin Martin's also gifted 1 Eggroll membership. Yo, thank you so much for that, Justin Martins. Thank you. So Al Malone says, apparently the Mika situation was not to scare off advertisements for a competitive scene. But the thing is that they have this Street Fighter 5 we're talking about. They have that really nice Chun-Li outfit, whereas like you could basically see her side boobs and her thick thighs and stuff like that. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, and the thing is that it's so early though. It's so early. It's sort of like, okay, it'd be funny if they like, okay, if you want the Armika Critical Arts booty shot back, just pay $5 DLC, the microtransactions. I can see it. All right, let's go ahead and read some comments right over here. Let's see. All right, right over here. Calpateno says, "We need a Stellar Blade art book with every single costume for Eve, with waterproofed physical copies for certain readers." Oh, sorry. Yeah, waterproof. Huh?
They probably will make an art book in the future. I mean, it's already dominating pre-order charts, which is good. So probably in the future, probably like in the sequel, maybe they'll make more collector's edition for physical copies. But yes,
Yeah.
the first Stellar Blade has to do really, really well for them to continue banking on the sequels and spin-offs that are like it.
Yep. Let's see. It says right over here. So on Reddit says, "It's easy. Give us fan service and makes lots of money." They don't care. They don't want to make money, right? Like ultimately, a lot of these companies are in the market of profit. And if shareholders start to see that their profits are dwindling, they're gonna be like, "What's happening?" And they're gonna make sure it stops, right? Let's see. Jericho Leon says, "Sadly, Western localization companies have been doing this forever. Best example is Street Fighter 2, anime with censorship and completely different in tone in the US and changing the soundtrack. The soundtrack is good. That's why you watch the uncensored version for a Street Fighter animated movie. Grae, did you watch the Street Fighter animated movie from the 90s?
I remember you telling me this about Chun-Li. So yeah.
It's funny. You can actually watch that scene on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
You can actually watch that scene on YouTube. And then the fact that it's officially licensed Capcom movie and it actually shows Chun-Li's tits. That's when Capcom was good.
Based.
Capcom was really based. Charlie Stevenson says, "Besides making a propaganda tool, it sounds like they took a lot of fun out of the games." They did. They usually do. Right? Like even Smash Brothers, like they censor their shit, right? Because if you actually looking back in the day in what's it called again? Smash Brothers Melee, you can actually look under the girls' skirts. But then in Smash Brothers Brawls, they give it like this black, like freaking like void for some reason. Which is trash. Just trash. Yeah, Mega Man will be mega gay. Yo, what's going on, Marley? Hola. Hope you're doing well, Marley. Let's see. To be fair, Mega Man is a computer program. Is some incarnations, so he is a dem, but not in the way that the far left sees it. Well, here's the thing. That's what they did with Transformers, right? Like there's like a Transformers like cartoon.
Yeah.
And then the
Basi-
the little black girl was like, "Oh, I don't feel like I belong. So I'm non-binary." And then the robot was like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, when you feel like you're not a boy or a girl, so you identify as non-binary." And the Transformer was like, "Oh, I'm also non-binary." Right? And the thing is that Transformers are robots, of course, but they have male and female voices. So I don't get it. It's yeah, Grae, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that they usually see that as a window to insert their stuff because of the
Yep.
ambiguity of the situation. So yeah, that's how they rationalize or how they perceive themselves or express, like, oh, there's a window for me to insert my insecurities. I'll just do it to
Yep.
prove my point.
Yeah, let's see. Jericho Leon says, yeah, they turned poison into a trans person. Yep, that's for Street Fighter 5, which is stupid. Because she basically has like pink hair, long pink hair, and she has a whip, and she has big titties and big ass and nice thighs. And it's like, oh, it's actually it's a trans. And it's like, fuck off. Fuck right off. Let's see. Dragon Panda says, out with the old, in with the new, support the likes of Shift Up. Yep. Definitely do like that. Let's see. Yeah. Phil is our stereotypical Chinaman. Yep. Yeah. That's me. That's basically me. Grae's like I need a moment. Yep. I need a moment with these woke shit. These piece of crap. Adam Rice says, hold on. I'm reading the profile picture. Yep, true. Yep. I think every company has gotten an idea of which way the wind is blowing by Stellar Blade demo hitting as hard as it did. Last time a demo hit like that, it was Tony Hawk, one back in the early 90s. Damn. And here's the thing. I heard a guy spent 40 to 50 hours on the Stellar Blade demo.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot just for a demo.
He probably bought all the skills already available in the skill tree. He spent all the SP. If you can farm SP, that is. I'm not sure. I haven't played the demo for a while.
Well, the game does transfer over to the actual game.
But the question
So-
is, by how much though? Will it transfer everything? That maybe, probably though. Good chance.
All right, cool. Let's jump over to our next topic. This one's a doozy. Our next topic is a doozy because it has to do with Disney and Gina Carano. So let's go ahead and talk about it right over here. It just comes to us from Bounding Into Comics once again. Disney attempts to dismiss Gina Carano's wrongful termination lawsuit, argues First Amendment, quote, provides a complete defense against the Mandalorian actress. So basically, Disney is saying, my First Amendment is bigger than your First Amendment. That's sort of stupid. And the thing is that they're saying that she used the history of like the Holocaust to get her away. I'm like, did you not see what Pedro Pascal did? He did worse and nothing happened to him. It's because he was towing the line, right? He's sucking the Democratic cum, right? So Grae, how do you feel about this Gina Carano situation, man?
Yeah.
And plus, Gina Carano also has a special with Tucker Carlson. So if you guys want to go check it out, go check it out. Tucker Carlson one's pretty good. I watched like almost all of it. Like I have like 10 minutes left. But Grae, how do you feel?
Yeah, I know Disney being Disney. Until we get rid of Bob and the board of directors, yeah, they're gonna keep doing this until I don't know until they they're run out of money. But that's gonna take a long time because
Yep.
a part of us wants the old Disney to be back, but there's gonna be a lot of carnage in terms of the people currently employed there. You gotta take them out. You gotta take out all the bad worms to bring back the old Disney. But I don't know. It's gonna take maybe another 10 years at least for that to happen.
All right, let's go ahead and read this. It says, in offering their first official response to former Mandalorian actress Gina Carano's wrongful termination lawsuit, Disney has moved to dismiss her legal action on the grounds that their opinion, the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, provides them the right to disassociate its own artistic message from Carano's outspoken political beliefs. They continue. As previously reported, thanks to financial and legal assistance from Tesla company founder CEO, Elon Musk, and former Cara Dune actress announced her intent to take the House of Mouse and its subsidiary studios to the full filing, which can be read here, which we read already, on February 6th via a lengthy post that made her official Twitter account. So basically, this is right over here. This is what she talked about. We read this. Yeah, it's very lengthy, and we read all of that last time. So over here, she provided examples. This is all. She didn't share any. She didn't type anything. All she just did was she shared a post. Right? Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers, but their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that they get to point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews when the government first made their own neighbors hate them by simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone of their own political views? And she basically just posted this image. She didn't type it out, but they hate her nonetheless. Right. So our artists do not sign away our rights to as American citizens where we enter employment. She added, I've spoken to all my co-stars since I was fired, and there was nothing but care and kind words between us. I respect their right for this free speech. We talked about this already. And then, of course, you have Pedro Pascal, the scum lord that he is. Losers in 1865, losers in 1945, and losers in 2020. He put MAGA, Make America Great Again. And basically saying that we are the same as Nazi Germany. So, Grae, from a person who lives outside of the US, how do you feel about what Pedro Pascal said, comparing everyone that voted for Trump in 2020, Nazi fascists?
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to take celebrity opinions, most celebrity opinions seriously anymore. Because they're just, yeah, as you said, they're just towing the line so they can continuously get the paycheck. Like, I don't know. It's like when you get into Hollywood, it utterly destroys you, even though it's like you seemingly want to get out, kind of like Tom Holland. Like, right? We talked about him last year. Like, he was like, oh, I want to get out of this shitty situation. But it's like, nah, at the end of the day, you caved. You wanted more money, you wanted more of the prestige. So you end up doing more, you end up pandering to more of the BS, like his incoming Romeo and Juliet movie. So it's the same thing for this guy.
All right. Yeah, I agree. I think it's just like these people are just if you want to remain relevant, you want to be famous, or a lifestyle of the rich and famous, right? You got to suck some dick, and then this is the dick that they're sucking. Like the Pedro Pascal is very good at that. So interestingly, the same Constitution American right for free speech that Disney has pointed to in the defense of their cutting ties with Carano, filing a motion to dismiss Carano's lawsuit on April 9th, the House of Mouse's attorneys argued that Disney has a constitutional right not to associate with its artistic expressions with Carano's speech, such as the First Amendment provides a complete defense to Carano's claims. As Carano's own fame rose with her characters, Carano began engaging with show fans and the public in that manner. That, in Disney's view, came to distract from the undermine Disney's own expressive efforts. Recap Disney for their side of the story. Carano's decision to publicly trivialize the Holocaust by comparing criticism of a political conservatives to the annihilation of millions of Jewish people, notably not thousands, was the final straw for Disney. Now, here's the thing. She didn't write it, right? She did not write it. And the thing is that she trivialized. She didn't trivialize. She's basically giving an example. The things that Disney's gonna be Disney, right? They're basically gonna kowtow to what the public wants. Now, here's the thing: if everyone in the public actually hates what Disney is doing, Disney will swing that way. They'll actually lean that way. It's because it's based off of culture. And let's say if everybody is hating Disney's decisions that they love sucking dick, right? And they love taking it in the ass and basically stroking the shaft and swallowing the gravy. If they hate that, Disney would actually stop. But the thing is that there's a lot of these woke people, especially these loud people online, which is the people that Disney will only listen to, the loud vocal minority. Disney's going to continue doing what they're doing. But the thing is that's why we need to call them out whenever we see bullshit like this, right? We need to We need to call them out whenever they do something this dumb. And the thing is, if they are going to throw it out, they just want to say, you know what, we'll settle with like $20 million or something like that, however many $1 million, but they're not going to show that they're going to do it. However, I know that they want to throw it out, but there's a lot of money to be made here, whether or not if it's what's it called again? Through like publication, through because she's suing California, and California might actually take this on. I don't know. It's it. Do you think that the judge or whoever's basically going to be in charge of this case, do you think they're going to throw it out?
Depends on the affiliation of the judge. If
Mhm.
like somehow Bob Iger knows the judge, yeah, obviously Bob Iger's okay. We got to do that under the table transaction. Then, yeah, they're gonna scrap it. But if it's like a more objective judge that kind of sees what's happening with Disney and doesn't wants to show what do you call this? Have his or her family members enjoy Disney products again, then probably he or she will side with Gina. That's how I see.
Don't you want a lifetime like entry to Disneyland and any Disney parks? Throw it out. Right? Don't your kids like Star Wars? Don't you guys want to meet shitty ass terrible person Mark Hamill? Don't you want to meet that piece of shit? Right? So I don't know. Yeah, they could be freaking freaking blackmailed or
Yeah, it
tit
depends on the
for tat kind of bullshit.
affiliation, yeah, and how easily swayed the judges.
Yep. The Carano's claims are all barred by the First Amendment, as the Supreme Court held Hurley v. Irish American Gay, Lesbian, and Bisexual Group of Boston. The First Amendment embodies a core principle of speaker's autonomy that bars the state from dictating to expressive enterprises what to say, how to say it, and whom to say it through. As the court further held by Boy Scouts of America v. Dale, the principle means that the state cannot force an employer engaged in speech to speak through an employee who owns views or public profile could compromise the employer's own message, even if the employee does not express her views on the job. To this end, Disney then affirmed state law can protect employees' political activity without violating the employer's free speech rights. This quotation being cited from a 2012 paper by UCLA law professor and constitutional attorney Eugene Volokh. Sounds like a demon. What the law cannot do, however, is force entities that do create speech products to speak through writers or singers or actors whose own speech and public profile could, in an employer's view, compromise the employer's ability to express itself in its own chosen manner, they declared. Carano's suit contravenes that rule. It is an impermissible effort to invoke state power to override a private entity's decision about what they say in its own art and how they say the complaint should be dismissed. Oh, yeah. I don't think so. I'm not sure it's gonna happen. And the fact that she, Gina Carano, was also on Brett Cooper. She's going on a lot of talk shows right now, and she as she should. And I believe that's the reason why she probably didn't show up to the FNT meetup, is because she actually have pressing matters to attend to.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Drawing their argument to a close, Disney ultimately posited that the First Amendment protects Disney's decision to disassociate itself from speech, but not from other different speech. Carano evidently believes that the other actor's statements were sufficiently similar to hers to warrant identical concern from Disney. But under the rule of speaker's autonomy, that determination is not to her or a jury to make, they explained. Rather, the First Amendment mandates difference to the speaker's own decisions about the speech to associate with, even if others might consider those decisions internally inconsistent. This quotation being cited from the aforementioned Supreme Court, the division of Boy Scouts v. Dale. Carano thus cannot stake out a discrimination claim by alleging that Disney accorded different treatments, the different statements by different actors. That's pretty shitty for what they're saying. As of writing this, the U.S. Central District Court of California, a judge overseeing the case, the Han Sherlin Peace Garnett, has yet to rule the Disney request. I'm not sure if they're actually going to throw it out because, like I said, this is a pretty big case, right? And it's also funded by Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and Elon's the kind of guy who's gonna find a way. So even if
Yeah.
it gets scrapped once, he's probably gonna find some. They're gonna find some way to bring it out again. That's what I feel.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Disney is actually part of NAMBLA. Grae, do you know what NAMBLA is?
No.
The North American Man-Boy Love Association. And they approve of that kind of stuff. They actually love it, right? If they can get away with it, they will. But man, yeah, let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Let's see what next week brings us. Let's see. Let's go ahead and read some comments right over here. Let's see. Sorry, I use a text to talk. So on my phone puts the punctuation in when it should. No, it's fine, man. Don't worry about punctuation, because I'm Asian and I definitely do not care about that. You are also gay as well, Phil. You wrote that like 4 times. You wrote that 4 times, but yeah. Let's see. I live in California, and I can tell you that what they did is going to get them in hot water. They can be hit 30 different ways from Tuesday with discrimination and other things. Yeah, I guarantee it. There's a lot of laws in California that protects the people, and the thing is that this is person versus company. Right. And we do know that Disney has one of the craziest lawyers out there. They have a lot, like 50 of them. But we'll see. You're having 50 lawyers versus Gina Carano and the richest and most influential man alive. So we'll see. Right. Because his Elon Musk's pockets are basically bottomless. Let's see. Marley says, I do not like Pedro. Fantastic Four and all up in there. Yep. Fantastic Four is gonna suck. Fantastic Four is going to suck. See, off topic, free Hawaii from The Rock and Oprah. Yeah. See, pre-ordered Stellar Booty Deluxe Edition. That's the only one, dude. 357 Magnum. That's the only version you should pre-order, the deluxe edition. Now, here's the thing. I'm surprised that the statue is not out yet. I'm still waiting for it. It better not be $1,000 because my wife is gonna be very mad when I buy it. All right. So let's go ahead and talk. Speaking of Star Wars, let's talk about Star Wars Outlaws. So I guess 4 days ago the trailer released, right? And I didn't get to watch it. Grae, did you watch the trailer yet?
Yeah, I watched the story trailer. Yeah, I actually think Star Wars Outlaw, not counting the appearance of the main character, I think it looks okay, Ubisoft standard, but they're asking for too much money. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big ask, considering how fast they discount their games. Their Avatar game got discounted after like 2 weeks. So I expect the same thing for Star Wars Outlaw.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin said, "How do I order that copy? You're talking about the super collector's edition with the giant 1/4 scale of Eve."
Or if you're referring to the digital deluxe, it's in the PlayStation Store. If you want the Stargazer outfit.
But you want the physical one where you open up the book and then her ass cheek just pops out. That's the one that you that's the one you want. Yo, Mo Zamboni with the $5 super chat. Yo, thank you so much for that. If they try to beat Gina, they will do so in their own peril. Judges are well aware of setting precedent, and beating Gina will hurt the woke agenda. We'll see what they do. Yeah, but it is right. It's because it's a lot of people like the David versus Goliath story, right? And this is one of those stories. But however, there are a lot of people who are crazy out there that does not like Gina Carano. But I believe Gina Carano has more support than she has people who are against her. Like we support her. Her firing is unjust, and it should be done in a court of law. Do it through the court of law, and if the court of law says if it's otherwise, it's because you need to see the entire context. I guarantee you, Gina Carano has a lot more that she's not showing, that she's not displaying. Is because if they are, they will use it in court. And this will be so good if it was televised. It will be so damn good if it was televised.
Yeah, it's like kind of like Asmongold live streaming the Johnny Depp trial. I think we should go to that level if it happens.
Oh yeah. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and watch Star Wars Outlaws official story trailer. I'm not sure if this will ding us. Do you know?
I don't think video games are more lenient in that sense compared to movies and TV shows and anime. So I think we're good. Unless I don't recall any.
Worst case, I'll just trim out the section. I'll just trim out the trailer section.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is about 2 minutes 45 seconds, and there we go. All right, let's go. Let's rewind it.
Each of you represents some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy. Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Hutts. It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new.
I'm gonna pause here. Her face looks off.
Yeah.
Like, because I know how the actress looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the jaw. The jawline is kind of like.
And here's the thing: she has like a cleft chin that is like a butt chin. It's like something that Giga Chads would have, right? Like Henry Cavill has a natural cleft chin. She has like I've never seen a woman that has a cleft chin, ever. But I don't know. Let's continue.
New scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Slero, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune and buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation. You want to survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding this. Okay, we're skipping that part.
Okay.
For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix. Doing what we have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew. And the right ship.
It looks so weird.
Yes. Hang on.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Slero. Bess is mixed up in something bigger.
Okay, there.
The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy. But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Star Wars Outlaws.
Pre-order.
Available now.
Okay, Grae, what do you think? I think it looks okay.
Yeah, the gameplay is okay. It's like, for me, it's something I'm interested in picking up for like $30. It's not a $70 game. Not counting the appearance of the main characters. Like, yeah, I get that part. It's like, yeah, she's really uglified compared to the model that they based her from. But
oh yeah, the model, she looks really good. Like the model actually looks very pretty. So yeah, are you gonna get it?
Yeah, again, at discounted. I tend to buy Ubisoft games for cheap, for like $20, $15. That's the price I usually, because they go down really fast. Like the Lost Crown, right? It's already at like half off after the first 2 to 3 months. I might as well wait. It's not like I'm super, super excited. Not like when I see a new JRPG that I really want to have. Like that, I don't feel that for any Ubisoft game. Not any of their games,
Yeah.
and recent games anyway.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? It's because what I saw was this, and this looks awful, right? So, oh man, it's like wow, right? Because if you actually look at her, her model, like I know that it's see, I don't see the cleft chin over there. Like she has a you see that right there, the shadow of her cleft chin.
Yeah.
Like I know her chin sort of goes down a little bit, but like I know she has like a good amount of makeup on, but still, like you can. It's maybe the color, the hair looks really bad. I I don't know. And this is supposed to be a AAA game.
Well,
This is not it, man.
it got downgraded from quadruple A apparently.
Oh, okay. I'll make
That's
sense now.
why.
Yeah. It's and the thing is that this game isn't cheap either, and I have a bunch of like different. Don't they have a bunch of different tiers or something? Okay. Yeah, you sent me this right over here. This is from the Ubisoft store. Compare Star Wars Outlaws editions. The first one is $70, base game pre-order bonus, and then gold edition, a 3 days early access season pass, ultimate edition. Damn, and it didn't just go up by like $10. It went up by like $50. Like $40. And this one goes up by $60. Like season pass, rogue infiltrator bundle, Sabak, Sabak shark bundle, digital art book. What the fuck is this thing right here? A monthly subscription for ultimate edition.
Oh, they're pushing that's kind of like Game Pass, because like EA has that, Ubisoft also like a monthly subscription
It's
to
their own?
all of their games. Yeah.
But Ubisoft has been coming out with shit for the past,
Yeah, and
5 years now.
And every game that they release, they always model it this way in terms of monetization. It's like, oh, we're gonna 70 is the base, then you're gonna charge hundreds for the better editions, which is not really all that compelling, especially the gold edition. It's like you're gonna charge me an extra 40 just so I can play 3 days earlier. Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Why? Like the thing is that like a lot of people are complaining about like, like ticket like these ladies ain't it, chief. Like, what are you doing? Right? It's like how are you making girls ugly? Right? And then when you actually look at examples of stuff that's coming out from Japan, right? Like if you actually look at people from like the games that are coming out from Japan, like the game characters actually look really good. Like Leon Kennedy, like a Jill Valentine, like all of them, like the actual models as this actually based off of, they look good compared to this, right? I feel like they don't care, right? I talked about this like at length before, like how they purposely make characters look ugly. Like I don't really care too much about the guys and what they do with the guys, but it's people are basically trying to defend it. It's like, oh, it's actually supposed to look like that. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, from a person who does art for a living for a video game. I've been doing it for more than 10 years now. Like I know how hard it is to make video game characters look good. And it's actually not as hard as you think, right? Especially with facial scans. It's because you can actually make something look really good and you can actually make something look really, really ugly. And the thing is, I think that if you actually think about it, it's actually they don't have makeup on, right? Which is usually their excuse, right? They don't have makeup on, they don't have it's like you're post-apocalyptic, so you're not supposed to, the lighting is hard, especially the lighting makes things look different. I think it's just a bunch of bullshit in my opinion. But how do you feel about them making characters look ugly? Do you think they're doing this purposely, or do you think they're actually trying to make them look good? We just don't like the result.
Maybe it's a mix of all of them, actually. Especially this is Star Wars with Kathleen Kennedy having a say in the art direction. So I imagine she's inserting, yeah, you gotta do this, you can't sexualize female characters, blah 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 blah. You know, Kathleen Kennedy stuff. At the same time, maybe their perception of good looking is really that way. But yeah, in our eyes, in the general public, yeah, it's not off. You just gotta look at your competitors. You gotta take a look at Eve, look at 2B, look and all the hot female characters or known to be hot female characters. That's all there is to know. But they still continue to double down. So yeah.
Oh man, I think that these people. I believe it's a bit of both, right? Like they think that they're coming out with something nice, but it actually comes out not looking that well, in my opinion. And I think, case in point, if you actually look at the faces that they use for the Resident Evil characters, right? Ashley, Claire, Jill, Leon, like all of them, they actually look really, really good. And the thing is that those games are like a lot older, right? Those games like RE2 remake and RE3 remake were on the PS4. So like if they're able to make something back then, and you're working with a AAA company that's supposed to be AAA, but you're also working on a major IP. Like why would you make it look so, I don't know. I feel like they don't fucking care anymore. I just don't think they do. But before that, Alec Baldwin is a new member. Eric Baldwin, new member. Thank you. Also, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was nice meeting you in Vegas. Not meeting you, but it's good seeing you again in Vegas, man. Good seeing you again. But let's see what people actually say about this crazy ass game that nobody cares about. I don't think anyone's gonna play. I think the game is gonna suck. I think that the game is gonna go the way of Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
Yeah, you're gonna see it go on discount really quickly in whatever retailer in like a week or two. So it's too much. It's like it's not the worst game. I don't think it's Suicide Squad bad, but it's not. There's no pull in it. Nobody's interested in it, even though it's a Star Wars game. Sadly, there's just not. It doesn't have the same impact or pull, let alone having a not so attractive main character.
Now, if the character was attractive, do you think the game would be better? Like, do you think the game will had better reception?
It would help in public perception for sure. But in terms of its actual gameplay, this is Ubisoft we're talking about. So they kind of lost their way ever since they went, oh, we got to make all our games open world and live service-ish. So they still haven't, up to now, they're still lost. They don't know what to do. So yeah, I'm not optimistic with Ubisoft's lineup too.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and read some comments. Let's see. Marley says the model is very pretty. What the fuck is this? Yeah, exactly. The model looks really, really pretty. Like she looks like she has an extra chromosome. Yep. Or she's inbred. The problem with that character model is that her eyes are super dilated. Yeah, they're trying to make it look like real enough, but like there's a little bit of like they're changing it to make it look a little bit different, right? I don't know. The model is very, very pretty. I don't know why they do that. See, Charlie Stevenson says they're giving her masculine energy because they think that what makes her strong. Nope. And we talked about this before, how a strong woman doesn't equal masculine, and everyone thinks that. They'll indeed. When I say everyone, I'm talking about every woke people. Like televising the Gina trial, like Johnny Depp, her trial is only thing that could save drunk 3PO's channel. What are you talking about? Doesn't he have like 78,000 now? He's slowly but surely going up there. Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the words of Awesome Powers, that's a man, baby. Oh shit. Let's see. Vexfear says the cleft might be missing because she's smiling in her photo, but I doubt she will look like she would look much worse. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. She got the ugly treatment. I think a lot of people make them they make their games ugly because not for the male gaze. And it's like you said, Kathleen Kennedy, strong female. This game could have been good, right? But we could be completely wrong. The game could be like fucking awesome, just with an ugly character, ugly main character. She's not ugly, she's just not attractive. Let's see. Big Z Video Game says, I hope your birthday celebration was fun. It was. Definitely was. This Ubisoft games are usually really mid. Yep.
Yeah.
Man. Long since from Assassin's Creed, man. What happened?
Yeah, even Mirage is kind of mid and even woke towards the end of the story. Like if you it's like I'm gonna drop some spoilers with Assassin's Creed Mirage because you're not familiar, Phil, with Assassin's Creed, right? So it's like there's two factions basically, Assassins and the Templars. So it's like the Assassins are the good guys, the Templars are the bad guys. And in the older timelines for the older games like Mirage, the Assassins are called the Hidden Ones, and the Templars are called the Order of the Ancients. Like they act like kind of like the Illuminati during the time period. So it's like, would you believe in the setting of the Middle East, they find out late in the game that the mastermind, the head of the Order of the Ancients, is a woman? Do you fucking believe that in the Middle East that the head of the Illuminati is a woman? It's like, oh, it's a woman. The leaders. Yeah, it's like Ubisoft's also going woke at times. So, yeah, good luck to them.
Yep. Let's see. Let's continue. Let's see. Send the ghoul to get justice on Baldwin's finger. Yeah, get him. Get him. Just cut it off. Yeah, Alec Baldwin. He don't miss. He never ever miss. He never ever miss. Basically, break off all the 4 rules of firearm safety in an instant. Dylan D says, imagine this, a game comes out, show the gameplay, freeze frames of character's face, and the man in blue walking in front of her says, look familiar? Scenes like this are happening all over the galaxy. You could be next. Oh shit, man. That's from Helldivers. That's from Helldivers, man.
That's
all right.
right.
Yeah, that's some Helldivers. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our next topic. Let's go. This is Grae. Have you been watching Reacher?
I heard it's good, but yeah, I've seen the comment of the protagonist. Sadly, he should have just kept his mouth shut. Anyway, yeah, keep going. Let's go.
All right, this comes with some bounding in the comics, and it says right over here, Reacher star Alan Rickman baffled at religious support for Donald Trump. Quote, he's a rapist and a con man, and yet the entire Christian church seems to treat him like he's their poster child. He's a rapist and a con man. That's a pretty damning words to say to the next president of the United States.
That's a strong accusation. Like, if you're gonna say something
of that,
yeah.
Right, just because you have an ugly person that was basically trying to sue Trump and shit like that, and basically there's no actual proof of it. It's just, we'll see, man. This show has been doing really, really well. This show is gonna bomb now.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the numbers if that actually happening. It's gonna. Yep. I believe Yellow Flash and GNG are kind of on tune with this. So, yeah, I'd love to hear the news that it'll drop in viewership.
Yep. There we go. Let's see. In lobbing an emitted grenade into certain American political discourse, Reacher star Alan Rickman has revealed that not only does he believe that Donald Trump's a quote a rapist and a con man, but also he finds that the Christian right support of the politician is downright unreal. The thing is that Donald Trump is actually not as religious as you think he is, right? Like the fact that he is cool with gay marriage with actual Christians, like actual Christians and Catholics are like, they hate that shit, right? Like he's cool with it. Like I would, it's unreal. Like it's unreal that this guy is thinking that. But let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a good number of Christians are watching this show. So you're attacking your own audience. Anyway.
Yep. Let's continue. Ritchson, who readers may also recognize, have portrayed Smallville's incarnation of Aquaman and Titan's take on Hank Hawk Hall, offered his opinion of the former U.S. president during a recent interview with the Hollywood Reporter's Chris Gardner. Amidst a lengthy conversation ranging from his time filming a live-action adaptation of Lee Child's Jack Reacher novels and his upcoming role in Guy Ritchie's The Ministry of Ungentle Manly Warfare, Ritchson was eventually asked by Gardner if he could elaborate on his own Christian faith, to which the actor asserted, "I am Christian quite simply because of what Jesus calls us to do, love other people until death. It doesn't mean that we're all able to be hung on a cross, but how can I suffer for you?" explained the Reacher star. That is a beautiful thing. Further elaborating his religious belief, Ritchson then opined that the Christians today have become the most vitriolic tribe. It's also antithetical to what Jesus was calling us to be and to do. To this end, the actor took aim at the ever-rising level of support for former U.S. president has consistently held and continues to hold among Christian, lamenting, quote, "Trump is a rapist and a con man, and yet the entire Christian church seems to treat him like he's their poster child, and it's unreal. I do not understand," he added. Slightly deviating from the topic of religious or political theory, Ritchson was then pressed as to his thoughts on the Catholic Church, particularly given that his mother still remains a member of the organization. Quote, "It's worth saying that the atrocities that are happening in the church are still being actively covered up, even to this day, with the people not being able to be held accountable. It's is repulsive," said the actor. His demeanor while answering reportedly making it clear that he held no goodwill towards the church. I can't for 1 second support of the Catholic Church while there are still cardinals, bishops, and priests being passed around with known pedophilic tendencies. I'm gonna stop there. Grae, how do you feel about where he stands so far?
Yeah, like I said, you just even if you feel all this, you're better off just shutting up, dude. It's like, I don't know, you had it good with this TV show. Now you're staining it with because of saying stupid stuff. Yeah, I don't know. You know these types of people, they like to generalize everyone as a whole. Oh, if you're a Trump supporter, you're blah 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 blah. You're an idiot. You're blah whatever insult you want to throw. Or if you're a Christian, oh, why are you like this, like that? It's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. This guy's also in his ivory tower too, not seeing the real world, not actually talking to people. Like the truth comes to light when he's being interviewed by actual people. Like he's actually starting to say stupid shit. But it's, yeah, you're gonna get in trouble if you generalize. Oh, all Christians are stupid. All Christians are blah 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 blah. It's like, no, dude. Not all people think this way. Not all people. There are people who are actually intelligent, think more nuanced. There's a reason why people are drawn to Trump. There's a reason why people are drawn to the Catholic religion itself. It's like people can have various different reasons and experiences throughout their lifetime to arrive at where they at. And here you are generalizing all of them. It's kind of like a Matt Walsh situation, but this one's worse. This one's significantly worse. So yeah, good luck. Good luck to your show. Good luck to Jack Reacher.
Yep. Notably, this is not the first time Ritchson has thrown his hat in the ring of American politics. In November 2022, the actor announced that he would be deleting his personal Twitter account in protest of what he believed in Elon Musk's active allowance of midterm election manipulation on the platform. Explaining his decision in the video posted on Instagram account, Ritchson asserted, "There was a king who loved wine and generously wanted to lavish upon the good citizens of his kingdom. His love of wine also invited all the villagers far and wide from the countryside to his castle for a feast." Okay. Also, the banquet hall was filled on feast day with friends and strangers alike. Ritchson continued, "Everybody eagerly awaiting the taste of king's prized wine. As the king asked the good citizens to have a seat on the banquet hall table, he began to pour wine, but he poisoned a few glasses along the way. Some of the citizenry noticed this and asked the king why he was poisoning the cups. And he said, "This is essential that everybody enjoying the wine as is whether it's poison or not." And not of course, as you can imagine, his kingdom lost a few citizens that day. This is who Elon Musk is as a free speech absolutist. He then revealed the reason behind his telling of the story above, knowing that some of the cups are going to be poisoned, and insisting that we all partake in the feast together anyway will not bode well for all of us. There must be some intolerance for the poisoned cups among us, he asserted. We cannot be tolerant of everything. That's the tolerance paradox. It requires us to be intolerant of the tolerant. So according to him, that's not what that I think he's so misguided, right? I think he's so clouded by sucking so much dick from the Democratic side that it sort of clouded his judgment of what actual Christians actually believe in, right? So I don't know, man. Like, how do you feel about this before we continue?
Yeah, I think you pretty much nailed it. It's like, maybe it's his inner circle that he's talking to, whether it's family members or friends. That's why he arrived at that conclusion. But yeah, overall for your career, this is not gonna be. This is a really bad look for you. It's like, even if you like retcon it, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It's like, people know that this is what you actually believe, because you're just saying this to save your career. If ever he does retcon what he says. But yeah, you're right. It's like, it's the people he's exposed to, or lack thereof, talking to people, the actual general people, not the wokies in Hollywood. Like if you surround yourself with wokies in Hollywood, yeah, you're gonna arrive at a conclusion like the same, not far off from this guy. So yeah, talk to other people, to talk to actual legitimate thinking, hardworking people. That's all you need to do to have a change in perspective, or to see the perspective of many other people, which is a lot of people in Hollywood kind of lack nowadays.
Yep. All right, let's finish this off. As a free speech absolutist, Elon Musk believes that all speech, whether it's hate speech or misinformation, something that he has a penchant for, should proliferate at his site. The actor continued, he relied on the Santa Monica Observer, a propaganda site with low credibility rating by the MBFC, the Media Bias and Fact Check Organization. They rate a low credibility poor sourcing, fake news, a lack of ownership transparency, and often they are an imposter site. The owner of the SMMC-LCC appears to be inactive. So there is really no way who is running or operating the site, and a lack of transparency is a major issue for a newspaper, an online newspaper trying to claim some kind of journalistic integrity. Now, here's the thing. That's the reason why the community notes are extremely important. Elon Musk has been community noted before for either sharing something that's incorrect or stating something that's incorrect. He has been community noted before. And the things that he doesn't know that because he's no longer on Twitter, right? He's not seeing the discourse. He's only on Instagram, basically scrolling through like giant dildos in his timeline. Let's continue. Elon has crippled the midterms, the actor further argued. This is politically motivated. The tools that his employees are using use content moderation and policy enforcement tools that would manage hate speech and misinformation. So crippling that, and obviously relying on sources like the Santa Monica Observer makes Twitter a hotbed for misinformation. And like I said, he's not on Twitter is because he deactivated it. He does not know what even community is. We've seen how cancerous and detrimental that can be to our society. Very dangerous. Drawing to a lengthy video to a close, a former Aquaman actor asserted. And then lastly, there are security issues involved with selling verification mark, the blue check mark, to everybody. I live in a world where many people are cons and frauds. Are frauds. They're using my identity to seek people's affection or their money or whatever the scam is. There are at any one time dozens of hundreds of people approaching fans as if they are me or my management team, and ultimately seeking something nefarious from that interaction. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest of it because it's basically talking about how much he loves sucking dick. So I think that with that, like he doesn't know the current state of it, right? Basically, once Elon Musk bought it, Elon Musk cited something that he does not agree with, and he's like, "All right, I'm done." Right, and he does not know what community notes is. So yeah, basically, ultimate Trump derangement syndrome. I think it's what he has, and the show is gonna fail. It's gonna fall off. I would say another show that Amazon has that's gonna flop. So yeah, I was thinking about watching Reacher. People are saying that it's really good. Now I'm
Yeah,
not
me
gonna
too.
watch it anymore.
Me too. It's like people are just giving praises to it. But yeah. Well, that's one less in the backlog.
Yep. Yeah. All right, let's see what the chat has to say about this guy. Let's see. Let's see, start right over here. Hey, Phil didn't die in Vegas. Yes, unfortunately for you, I'm still alive. Alan Bonfinger says that he came out as anti-gun years ago. He should have stayed quiet. Yep, he should have. I remember him saying stuff about anti-gun stuff. Marcus Smith says, I was waiting to binge watch Reacher. Now I'm not even interested. True. I was considering checking out Reacher, but I think I'll pass on it now. Damn. See, there it is. Christians know Trump isn't the best human in the world. They support him because he is better than the other choices. Yep. Definitely agree. Reacher is good, but I might pass on the next season. What a douchebag. Yeah. You can't support Catholics. Biden and Pelosi are supposedly Catholic. No, Biden is not Catholic. He's a fucking liar. Definitely a liar. See, I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll fire him for insulting and accusing words like Carano was fired. Maybe not. No, he's not gonna get let go. It's because he's saying the right things that Hollywood want him to say. That's it. See, as a Christian, I don't know how many other Christians can support Biden. I don't think so too. Viewmaster says the guy sounds like the opposite of what he pretends to be. All of them are. They're just saying it just to get likes or clicks or whatever. Never watched Reacher, and now I don't want to. Man, I was looking forward to watching it, man. I was looking forward to watching it. All right. Let's see. Chat, it's already 1 a.m. Let's do one more topic. Grae, let's do which one do you want? Johnny Somali, MCU, or Tomb Raider? Last topic for tonight.
Yeah, let's go for Tomb Raider.
All right, Tomb Raider it is. So I guess Tomb Raider has been getting a lot of stuff. So Grae, what have you heard about Tomb Raider so far?
I heard there was gonna be a board game, but it's not about raiding tombs. You shouldn't be calling it Tomb Raider. If that's the case.
Yeah, then just call it Lara Croft then. It's like, why are you calling it Tomb Raider? It's because the name has merit. The name is important, right? It's like if you're calling a video game Gay Riders, but there's no gay writing, then why would you call it that? It's because gay writers are a lot of people who are on the left. So let's go ahead and continue and see what this has to say. So this comes from Neo GAF. Is this a forum? Looks like a forum, right? So let's see what this says here. Let me blow this thing up right here. There it is. British adventurer. So this is from Tomb Raider tweet. British adventurer Lara Croft will transition from being a raider of tombs to a seeker of truth as Evil Hat Productions and Crystal Dynamics seek to redefine the Tomb Raider series in order to escape its colonial past. So, it's because she's basically like finders keepers, right? She goes into the tomb, steals shit, and she leaves. That's basically the game, right? So,
yeah. But I'm not sure if she actually steals or if she. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really say about Tomb Raider lore, but yeah, you're basically politicizing a video game. Sheesh. And it's not like this is a real life thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Tomb Raider series is to escape its colonial past. The British adventurer Lara Croft will transition. Okay, we read that already. Okay. So history wounded by colonialism to escape the history from that. According to an excerpt from the official Tomb Raider Shadows of Truth RPG rulebook, Raiding, as depicted in the original Tomb Raider games and stories, involves going into ancient tombs and historical sites of different civilizations and acquiring artifacts. It operates on assumption of finders keepers that grants raiders with the means and drive to claim ownership of artifacts, regardless of whether they have any historical or cultural claim to the treasure. Later games released in the franchise have started to work of addressing this by having Lara Croft acknowledge her past mistakes and try to understand and show the respect for the cultures and communities she comes to contact with. She has also worked to reform raider culture and raise the awareness of her peers. Wow, it's so stupid. Laura no longer decorates her mantle with mythic artifacts. As a raider, she prioritizes seeking out the truth. Much of this game is inspired by her humanity struggle of heroism and her tenacity. We believe that all three aspects are an important component in creating a game that celebrates the history and culture while acknowledging the respect and work required to live in the world wounded by colonialism. In this game, we seek to continue in that work alongside Crystal Dynamics by creating a sandbox for all you to tell stories that address colonialist themes and play and create your own stories of respect and support for the people and cultures your seekers encounter. So I'm assuming they want to respect that fat fuck over there with the busted leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's gonna play this game.
Yeah.
No one's going to play this game.
It's a board game. Who's gonna play
I'm
a board
out.
game?
Right, this person says, I'm out. Series named Tomb Raider. Let's make it about everything except tomb raiding. Let me guess. White devil. Get fucked. Yep, everyone in this, everyone's hating it. Jesus. All right, ready for another Uncharted shots fired at Indiana Jones. Yep. Yeah, it's over for Tomb Raider, man. It's over. That animation is gonna come out. It's gonna suck.
Who's
Oh
making
man,
the animation? Yeah, I forgot about that.
I know it's
forgot.
Netflix. I know it's
Yeah, I know
Netflix.
it's Netflix, but who's the studio that they entrusted it to? That if it's Crystal Dynamics, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, it's over. And that's why a lot of people are playing older games, reading older stuff. It's because none of this woke shit has been infected or infiltrated, at least not yet. Right? And that's why movies are good back then. Video games are good back then. Whether or not they made any sense, people still enjoyed them. Is because it didn't have any of these garbage, right?
Mhm.
Imagine what's it called again? Having a movie basically based off of Spider-Man and not having Spider-Man in it. Oh, yeah, Madam Web, right?
Mm.
It's just these people just don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
They just don't know when to stop, man. But the things I've only played the original Tomb Raider and I never even owned it, so I never really played it
Yeah.
for what it's
I
worth.
do want to
And
pick.
I
I
know
do
that
want to pick up. Yeah,
the
that's the
remaster
only.
came out, right?
Yeah, that's the only saving grace for the franchise. Those 3 remasters. Those are the
Man.
only ones I'm interested in. That's the remasters.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna. No one's gonna play it, and they're gonna blame people for not buying it. Just because you have the name Tomb Raider on it, you're expecting people to buy it because what do these big franchises have? Built-in audiences. And when you have a built-in audience and you basically shit on your fans by saying, nope, we're actually changing shit up, don't be surprised if your shit just bombs. Don't be surprised, man. All right, let's go ahead and finish off. We're reading some more comments. Let's see. Midnight Mike says Tomb Raider has sucked for 20 years, not expecting it to get any better. Getting to get better anytime soon. Can't agree more. Like the only way that you can save it is if like her tits are super fucking big.
Yeah, and people are saying now, like because of this news about the board games, like it was actually even better with back when Square Enix had the license. Now it's even worse with this, like with
Yep.
Crystal Dynamics completely having it.
See, Jericho Leon says, "Dang, I haven't heard the name Neo GAF in ages. Thought I got shut down. I don't even know what Neo GAF is.
The article, the news site, the one.
Oh, that's yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I still don't know what it is. Like even though like I've never heard of this Neo GAF.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they used to be a prominent news site. Now they kind of veered off.
See, Just JK says they want to make another Tomb Raider minus the Tomb rating. Yep, true. Raider culture. Well, here's the thing, right? Like you get a lot of people who are on like Twitter that watches videos about like Egyptians, right? Egyptians, they will go to like museums here in America, and they're saying that like, look, that's from my country. Look, they stole that from my country. And the thing is that a lot of these white liberals online is like, oh my god, that's so awful. You should return that to this the original where it came from. You should return the freaking treasures that you found. You should return all these stuff. Is because colonialism bad. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. It's a fucking museum. If you don't like it, you can get out. Like it's just these white guilt. And it's not like you're guilty for being white. Well, that too, but you're guilty on other people's behalf. Which is that's the stupid thing. I'm feeling bad for you. I'm fighting for you. I'm doing this for you. It's like shut the hell up, man. You guys are so stupid. Right? They say all those communities that live in those tombs. Yep. Yeah, the recent TR reboot trilogy wasn't that bad in my opinion. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got those for free at the Epic Game Store.
Yeah. Similar to Angelina Jolie's original boobs. Well, here's the thing. Angelina Jolie's original boob weren't that big, right? If you actually watch, was it Gia? They're not that big. They're like regular size. They're like a C cup. But like, I remember they forced her to stuff her like bra. And there was like a slow motion running like near the end of the movie with Angelina Jolie. And basically those are just like bouncing up and down. It's like, yeah. Yeah. And then that movie had like 2 movies that did pretty well. And then the most recent one that came out sort of sucked. But yeah. All right. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about, Grae? I know that's 2 topics, so we're not gonna really talk about.
Those are fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's like those are not really not that big. Yeah, all good.
No, but yeah, cool. But yeah, we're gonna call it here, chat room. It is 1:15 a.m. here. Yeah, I'm in the East Coast, and it's it's getting pretty late. And yeah, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support. Jim Watari, Wang, Jay's Asian son, Lord Bava, Tatsu Sama, Nagranal, Al Malone, Justin Martins, Mo Zamboni, Alec Ball's Finger. Thank you, everyone for all the support, and thank you everyone who showed up and talked to me at the FNT/Geeks and Gamers meetup. That was super, super awesome. So next week, I'm probably gonna talk to Alan to see if he wants to come on. We can talk with Alan about that. And I heard the Civil War movie was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've been seeing videos of that. I don't know. Should we watch it? If you want.
We can watch it. Yeah. The thing is that like, if I watched it, like I probably would have been invited to Versus on Monday. Yeah, because like I spoke with Gore and he said that it's an open invitation for anything we want to be on, both of us. So like, let's say we watch the movie and we really like we really want to talk about it. He said just message him and he'll be able to get us on. So yeah, I spoke to him in person. So
yeah, I do want to go back to reviewing movies since I just finished my latest JRPG review. I don't really have anything pending for that channel.
Yeah, I imagine they dropped the ball on Fallout. No, the Fallout one was actually not as. It's actually we gave it a 7. Like Grae gave it a 7.5. I gave it a 7. I enjoyed it. I heard if you are a diehard fan of the actual game, they changed some stuff. It doesn't make sense. Something about Shady Sands getting blown up, and then they're moving on to New Vegas in season 2. So it's we'll see. Yeah, what's going on, Dirty Jersey? How's it going, man? But yeah, so next week we'll see if we can get Alan Ng on. I know that Krista says that end of April would be best for her, so probably the 27th. And then and we'll see if we can get Blabs and whoever on. But yeah, potentially in the future we're gonna have 2 special guests. Keep an eye out on Twitter or Twitter X. If you guys are following us, follow us at Project Eggroll. But yeah, great. What are you up to, man? What are you doing?
I just finished Banishers last night. I think it's a really good game. So I think I'll be able to finish the video by tonight. I'll be able to upload it by tomorrow. So there's that. And I think I might push through with my Assassin's Creed video now that I have time. I don't have anything pending anymore apart from that. And yeah, and I might start before, since Stellar Blade is still quite like 2 weeks away. So I might start getting into Helldivers.
Yeah.
Helldivers
It's
2.
fun.
Yeah.
Grae,
Yeah.
what were those people saying in the comments? Like, I stopped reading it after a while. There's a lot of people
Which
who
one?
were angry in the Helldivers video. A lot of comments.
Yeah, there were. I didn't read them anymore either. It's like they got so deep into the political sphere, but they didn't understand our point that we just want to keep the politics out. Maybe it's because of how I titled the thumbnail, because I said Helldivers woke game. They thought that we're supporting that. We're saying that Helldivers 2 is a woke game, when in fact we're actually saying that we don't want it to be a woke game. I think they just read the thumbnail and just ranted. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, cool. And you can find me anywhere at Mr. Phillip Chan. But if you guys want to follow my YouTube channel, go and follow Mr. Phillip Chan too. And I know Grae posted up a recent video with a Grand Blue Fantasy relink. Is doing pretty well. Go and check out his video. And for some reason, my stupid ass 4-minute video of me talking about a Stellar Blade statue also reached 1,000 views, which is
Yeah, it's YouTube is hard. It's like I was projecting my Grand Blue video to be like half. It's like if I was my Persona video is like 500 plus views. Like, okay, if I can get Grand Blue to get like 200 views, that's fine. It turns out it doubled Persona's
yeah, that's
performance.
awesome, man.
It's hard to predict. YouTube is hard to predict.
Yeah. But yes, you can follow me there and at Mr. Phillip Chan and Mr. Phillip Chan 2 on my YouTube. In about 2 weeks, we'll be playing Stellar Blade. And there'll be a lot of cooming content that's going to be happening. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I should be back in California by next Saturday, so we'll go ahead and do the stream. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It is 1:22 here in the East Coast, and I need to eat and I need to go to sleep. So, but yes, thank you guys, everyone, for hanging out. We really appreciate it. If you guys haven't already done so, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friend, subscribe to Grae, subscribe to myself. If you guys want to follow us, subscribe to us on and follow us anywhere. Project Eggroll. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you all the mods for hanging out, posting the links and everything. We really appreciate each and every one of you. With that, we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.